Indeed it does. Penguin Sky Cup Day 3 it is. And we have Newbee versus winners. Once again, if you're tuning in late, I'm going to show you the lineup for today. Lin versus Chaemiko is our opening match in the best of 2. Afterwards, we continue with the 2-on-2. 1-0 and Lin versus Chaemiko and Sok. Afterwards, 1-0 versus Who and LawLiet versus Sok as our main event. If there's a tie after these 4 games, we're going to have an ace match. And yeah, looking forward to this. Starting now with Lin versus Chaemiko, I'm sorry, in the best of 2. The rules are as followed. If you win a map, you get a point. If you win 2-0, you get 2 points. Simple as that. In the best of 3, it's going to be a little different. But yeah, here are your players, both from Korea, and we're loading into map number 1.
I always wonder, like, if you're in this tournament, in this format, like, how do you decide to seed your players in best of 2s or best of 3s? Do you seed your strongest players in the best of 2s because you think he's going to win 2-0, possibly? Or do you seed your strongest players in the best of 3 because there, if you lose, you don't get any points? Whereas in the other one, you get at least 1 point for a draw, you know?
That is up for the team managers, of course. Yeah, I'm not too sure either. You can, like, a one-on-one, 1-to-1 is very likely, I think, in the best of 2s, because the loser chooses the map, most likely, if I understand the format correctly. So that's easier. So I guess you would seed your star player in the best of 3s, because there you can steal points.
Yeah, that makes sense as well. I would love to see an ace match, of course. Ace match, they always give this little bit of something, this little bit of spice. This one match that decides it all. In our first 2 clan wars, we haven't had it yet. We'll see if we get to that stage here today. But let's focus on the game. Our first map here on Northern Isles, what we have to our hands. Lin, when we saw him not too long ago, playing like, what was it? 3 weeks ago? More like 2 weeks ago, I believe, against TH. In a, was it best of 7 or best of 5? He showed his strength in this matchup currently, and a lot of that with the Farseer. This is now a staple in this matchup. Players like Focus will play him exclusively. Lin still dabbles with the Blade Master as well, but on some maps like these, where it's not that easy to stack the Blade Master on, we see more and more Farseer. That is the play here as well, but not the early aggression, which is how Farseer used to always be played, but instead a bit of creeping first by Lin.
True. Lin is, I think, the most unpredictable orc player in the top tier at the moment. You rarely know what he's going to do, but yeah, you mentioned it here on Northern Isles. Farseer is pretty much standard also, because these camps, these Murloc camps, can give you Lightning Shield, and Lightning Shield on Wolves and Grunts, pretty damn good to harass a human economy. So let's see if we get that one. Big heal potion for this Archmage. Of course, he was hoping for a Scroll of the Beast or a mana potion to kick the burrows a little easier at the beginning of tier 2, which should be the play for Chaemiko.
And Chaemiko, by the way, he did go for a bit of a greedy early game creep route. He went for the Ogre Magi camp first. That is not entirely safe. It will give you level 2, but on the way back, peasants will be very exposed if an opponent is aggressive. Farseer being there with level 1 aggro could have found many kills, could have made things very difficult for Chaemiko. So Chaemiko gambled a little bit, and he was lucky enough that Lin decided not to be aggressive, so wasn't even punished at all. As you can see, his peasants still all alive. They're all hurt a little bit, but an Arcane Tower now is coming up in the main as well. And most recently, we've seen a lot of games where the human was just struggling to get level 2, was struggling on level 1 forever. But because of this slight risk that Chaemiko took, he has gotten now to a really nice place in the mid-game, level 2.5 already.
That's true. He's basically dodging the harass of Lin, which is a great accomplishment. We also have a new leader on the Is Grubby Playing This Tournament leaderboard. 39 minutes and 47 seconds. NDJP, thank you very much for bringing this topic up. It's always much appreciated. Level 2 Farseer now. Due to some creeping, tech is almost done as well, but I think Chaemiko, like, his tech is later than Lin's, which is normal. Half a tech, though, is a little late, right? Oh, Archmage almost surrounded against the trees right there.
Maybe able to catch up now, though, if he utilizes his level 3 with double water elementals into the orc base, if he cancels the tier 2 buildings. Suddenly, that tech advantage doesn't mean that much anymore. Of course, for the second hero, it's going to be nice. The TC is coming, but the TC certainly won't have opportunity to creep here for a while because Chaemiko is aiming to dive into the base. Farseer, decent mana though, certainly could use some Chain Lightning. Quite a few of these footies are already hurt. Quick peon reactions by Lin with the repair. Might be enough to keep this burrow up. Mass repair. Dude, Lin is so experienced with this.
Looking
Oh,
so
and the
good.
AM is stuck. He has to use that cloak first. Not willing to TP just yet.
Still has the
Perhaps he
potion.
can't get that burrow.
But the repair still looks so good. If you can get rid of one more damage dealer here, it
it's so
should be the
close.
save. And I think the footman is dying. Is that enough?
Oh.
The water elemental is expiring. Oh no! The repair's still coming for Lin. Disaster for Chaemiko. He didn't get anything done, except of course a lot of resources that have been drained by Lin. But he can't get the burrow. He's summoning a new one. But the second one is about to expire as well. Even killed. Magnificent defense by Lin.
It was. But how much repair did that cost? That was so many resources. And in the meantime, of course, tier 2 buildings weren't coming up. TC wasn't creeping. And look on the human side. Look at Chaemiko. His sanctums, despite his slower tech, are much faster now than the orc tier 2 buildings.
He's power building them so hard, man. 7 peasants for 2 buildings.
So yes, he didn't kill the burrows, but I still think this was an okay attack. Quite a few footies did die as well, and the TP is gone. So yes, it came at a price. But yeah, level 3 AM, still good. Still strong against the orc base.
I think it's very good for Lin still. He had a lot of resources banked for exactly that purpose. He can get his Spirit Lodge out. Yeah, I wanted to go for that surround, maybe with the speed scroll engagement, but can't get the stomp out. Wolves again resummon to not feed them, and right-clicking on the Archmage to scare him away so his fireballs don't do too much. But here comes the Mountain King. Does he want to go for a surround? No way. With just 2 water elementals, the rings of protection are working really nicely. So is the cloak. Nice to see the cloak on both sides put to good use.
Yeah. Dude, yesterday in the 2v2, it was a check actually with a game-saving cloak. Like, saved him so many times on his demon. And yeah, it can be really good. By the way, adjustment here by Chaemiko, whereas in the past we used to see a lot of rifle plays and the TC being very strong against the rifles. Now Chaemiko saying no, rifles not the way to go. Going back to old school double sanctum mass casters.
Alright, this means of course more Dispel and Slow and Spell Breakers. We're gonna have Shaman and Grunts. That's the only thing that Lin can build at the moment. Maybe throw in Headhunters, and that's exactly what he's doing. For more damage against the backline casters. But Chaemiko also going for very early breakers. 2 priests, 2 sorks, 2 breakers.
Yeah, interesting. Normally we see them coming in quite a bit later. But I guess they're so good against the TC. Perhaps that's the reason why they're added in. Lionhorn of Stormwind. That is so good, man. It's going to be mostly physical damage. Yes, we're going to have some zaps from the Farseer, but he's still only level 2.
Yeah, Lightning Shield has to do some damage, right? But then there's also going to be the spell and stuff.
Yeah, I wonder seriously where the damage is going to come from. Like, how is he going to kill the breakers? Grunts? Is that the answer?
I think so. Can you control the Lightning Shield, Remo? With
What do you mean?
breakers?
Ah, you mean steal it?
Yeah.
Oh. No, I don't think so.
I don't think
It's not
so
exactly a buff, right? It's
Nope.
like a... What is it? A status change or whatever?
Okay, I thought you have like a super easy answer. I didn't want to set you up for something. It was just passing the ball, but oh boy, that went wrong. Mountain King still struggling with levels. That's good for Lin, for sure. TC found level 2 already, gearing up in the expansion. That's the most important thing for Lin, of course, right now. Is that 1/3 towers coming up as well. How much time is Chaemiko giving him? Farseer, by the way, harassing this. Gotta be careful. Has to use the speed scroll. Mountain King can't follow.
Yeah, Farseer gets the way there. Bought some more space. Was scouting. And... Chaemiko is still afraid to move across the map. Has he scouted this expansion, by the way?
I don't know. He must be aware, right?
It looks like he really hasn't. Because if he had, he could just buy a TP, go up there, cancel, and then TP back.
Yeah.
But it seems like he has absolutely no clue.
Thank you,
Oh,
Anonymous.
footy scouting now. Important footy scout. Oh, did he see it? Oh, I think he must have seen at least the tower.
An important contribution by Anonymous Warcraft 3. €5. Get some... get a new bottle. Thanks already for your help. Yeah, my pleasure, man. Gonna reply later. Holy shit, that MK. Pendant of Energy, Mana Stone. This is every dwarven's dream.
Is he gonna get a chance for a straight up fight though? We have Lyn at the lab, and we've seen plenty of times in the past when the orc wants to distract, wants to buy time for the expansion. It's gonna be Zeppelin action towards the human main oftentimes. Farseer again with the Cloak of Shadows. Expansion is about to be done. There is a watchtower there. There might still be enough time to cancel this, but then again, this human army doesn't have too much firepower.
I love how Lyn set up the burrow as well and has the peons ready for the defense, but at the moment he has to worry about his Farseer still with the speed scroll. But there's so much Stormbolt. Slow comes in as well. This has to be a TP, right? Oh, the Zeppelin play! Oh
my
too
God.
greedy! No, not too greedy! What a play! But will it crash? There's a lot of anti-air. Wow, Lyn, what a save.
Can't see above the trees. But Chaemiko isn't putting himself all in. That's the good thing about human. If you see the expansion on the opponent's side, if you have the resources, you can quickly set up your own expansion. And that is what's coming. So we're moving towards 2 base versus 2 base. Pretty cool.
And Remo, I got the answer where the damage is coming from. Wyvern.
Where is it? Wyvern. Okay. Alright. With that, that's going to be a good opportunity to take out the casters in the back. But still, the breakers, I wonder how they're going to be dealt with. Lyn's still not willing to fight. You know what's good against breakers, by the way, Neo? You know what's good?
I have an idea, but maybe you can enlighten our viewership.
Torrents are amazing, but
yeah.
all memes aside, this is probably not a game for Torrent. Lyn is under quite a bit of pressure. Don't think he has the time here to tech to tier 3. With this little run by towards the expansion, Lyn takes out some peasants.
Control magic
TP out
on the wolves. So the Farseer's first spell is rendered absolutely useless right now.
Yeah, it's worse than useless, in fact.
Absolutely, it kicks you in the butt. So it's only Chain Lightning, which can be great against casters, obviously, but no Shockwave follow-up. Makes it not too impressive, actually. Shaman Adapt, defense upgrade. Huh?
I think this is still a difficult game for Lyn, though. He's still far from being able to fight, so he needs to distract, he needs to buy time, he needs to get perhaps economically ahead, perhaps with some run-by play, Zeppelin towards the main, stuff like that. Or just buy time for a higher tech, because this army that he has, I don't believe has a good chance of fighting straight up against Chaemiko. Chaemiko's playing pretty standard right now, just creeping near his bases, looking on the defensive. And it's Lyn who is looking for the bigger plays.
Chaemiko again took over the wolves. There's not gonna be harass, but yeah, Lyn with double scroll of healing and an invul potion can be a little more brave with this Farseer, but no staff might result in a TP again, while the Mountain King is getting a heal scroll of its own. TC leveling up, found a pendant of energy as well, and level 4. But this big creep might be a little too tough for him.
Yeah, TC was to scout there by the stolen wolves, so he has to run away quickly. No TP here, so this is too scary. In fact, my Mountain King is looking for the creep jack, and it's gonna get at least one of the grunts here. But it was level 4 for the TC.
This grunt's not moving at all. Yeah, Chaemiko's pretty good at blocking, in case you didn't know.
Yep. Still, masterclass. Blizzard transition now. Oh, that's so good against these buildings. This is the moment that Lyn was dreading, being forced into a fight. He has so much gold, by the way. But only now going into upkeep is the orc. Windrider in the middle of everything. Without water elementals, though. Really hard to kill, actually. Windriders could be the answer now. Stomp. Focus on the Mountain King. We have an invul here. He's going to be forced to use that. And Lyn hold on at the expansion.
Damn. Tower's gone, though. But that's about it. No tier 3, just more Wyvern. Purge and Wyvern is the play, I guess. More breakers from Chaemiko. No reaction to the Wyvern at all. No rifles or so. More AoE damage, though, on Lin's side with a level 2 Chain Lightning now. Invis Mountain King. I love this play by Chaemiko, making sure to constantly get the consumables if they're ready. Ancient Django of Endurance, one for the shop, as he has the aura already. But yeah, shop control on Northern Isles is pretty important.
Zeppelin also parked very well in the middle. I think did just scout out Chaemiko. We are pretty even in supply. Lin is moving towards the main workshop. Is coming up, by the way.
That's
gonna be cancelled though. And Lin now, is he actually gonna willingly take the fight here? And Chaemiko, does he want to engage? Speed scroll? With a speed scroll coming out like this, you probably don't actually take a want to take a real fight. Excuse me.
Just
looking
a
for the
drive
TC
by, but yeah, the TC still blocked a little, hurting his own army now. 1 kill only. He wants this shop immediately. Hello, Lightning Shield! This is a pretty damn good one. TC still in trouble, has an invul. Oh my god, dropping the pendant before the mana potion. TC is going for that invulnerability potion right there, but took out a couple of workers.
And kind of an even trade, I guess. TP forced, workers killed, workshop cancelled. Lin didn't lose too many units, but they're all hurt. And of course, Orc has to pay money to heal him up again with the heal salve, so that goes further into the gold costs. But Lin was able to increase his army size up to 73 supply now. And Chaemiko, yeah, I guess he is drawing the shorter straw here, as he's still at only about 63, 64.
I might have more time. In the late game, his heroes should definitely be better with Clap and Blizzard. I'm kind of missing more sorcerers. Like, it's only 3. It's not too much slow. I think against this army, with only single target dispel, slow would be great.
Yeah, I think so too. Another issue here that I see for Chaemiko is he's just all considering defense, always sitting back. And this means he doesn't get to creep. MK is still far away from level 4. Usually level 4, this is where the MK really starts hitting his stride. And of course level 5 is insane. And he's level 3.5. Okay, that's decent. But still kind of far away from level 4. AM is far away from level 5.
The workshop is coming up though, or is up, and now we get gyros. And with that we have a solution against the Wyvern. They won't do too much.
Yeah. It's not going to be easy dealing with these gyros for Lin. There's so many things to handle in the fight. Gonna be... Oh! Purges though aggressively. That works against mechanical as well. And if you find them like that, usually gyros are so fast, easy to maneuver. But they get purged and suddenly they're not.
That was pretty good. I didn't expect that to happen that quickly. Gyros are only good in masses, so taking them out early is really good.
Next item on the ground. TC picks it up. God. 600 mana TC now.
So sick. But no disable against this Archmage at the moment. Gyro falls against. 4th gyro down. In the meantime, there are breakers, a lot of them. But this storm, what does it really affect? Invo potion on the big cow, close to level 5. Needs 2 more kills for that epic level 3 storm. And he gets the pickups. And still enough mana. But on what to use?
This Blizzard is good, this Clap is good as well, and the TC is still in trouble. Already smartly the TP given over to keep the Torn Chieftain alive. Stomp coming in, but of course not affecting the breakers. And TC does have to TP out right there. Losing 1 more grunt, and Chaemiko actually holding on there. Surprisingly, the beginning of the fight looked so bad for him.
Dude,
but
like,
hangs in there.
This is so weird. Farseer has only Chain Lightning. The Wolf's getting stolen. The Stomp is the most underwhelming level 3 Stomp I have ever seen in my life. Because what does it really do? We see... hero focus might be a thing with that. But it's hard to reach the heroes, except the Mountain King, but he's kind of tanky. And he can't just get through to the caster line.
Yeah, these Wind Riders are actually really good. They are proving to be very powerful, and Lin is prioritizing focusing out these flying machines so heavily. And when a couple of Wind Riders plus Shaman attack them, it's easy to snipe them out. As you correctly said, they're only good in high numbers, and Chaemiko never gets the chance to get there.
Not yet, at least. 65 supply. It's fast and easy to build gyros. Now come flag cannon upgrade. But until then, the arcane tower will fall. Chain lightning zaps. That's a big one on level 2. But TP out without doing too much.
Justify the memes?
No. Not yet.
Another distraction attack here, costs another TP, but of course Lin has the gold thanks to his 2 bases. In fact, a third one is coming up in the top left, and he may just keep on doing these run-bys until that base is done.
Forces are under attack.
Still 1/3 to go. But I think in a little bit of time, the gyro numbers will be sufficient, and then Lin needs more bad riders, which he's not going for at the moment. He has 1.
Yeah, and they do have flag cannons now. They were missing that upgrade for a long time.
Yeah.
But now with that, they get the splash damage as well, which of course greatly increases their DPS. Chaemiko still turtling, just sitting back over and over, being forced to
That's
play
not the
passively.
right call, right?
I think he kind of has to do it though. Like, if he's going for the counterattacks, grunts and lightning shields and wolves and everything are going to be much better in the base rates. And of course, the Orc army is much faster as well, thanks to the TC aura. It's hard for Chaemiko to make any kind of plays on the map.
Yeah, now, especially with the second expansion up, whenever Lin trades, he will get kills as well. And then he has a backup. Tough to decide now, but we do have a fight without the Farsi. And look at the flag cannon damage. Oh, shit. Justify the means. Yeah, not that great. That could be a kill on this expansion.
But it's also the Farseer wrecking the economy, and he may not be able to kill the Town Hall, but still effectively, this is a lot of gold that this is costing. Lin doesn't necessarily have to defend here in the top left. He's healing up now. These Wind Riders were all damaged. Most of them did survive, but still low HP. And Lin just going counterattack all game.
Yeah, dodging every fight so far. Flying machines are looking for more kills, but yeah, this expansion is gone without being paid off, really. But, I mean, time. This expansion bought a lot of time.
Enough time for Lin to find his way to 75 supply, thereabouts. It's a lot of Wind Riders now. 5 Wind Riders, 2 bats. Can do tremendous damage against these flying machines. If they're stacked up, so it's going to be up to Chaemiko to micro quickly and split against them. Oh, slow also good. Okay, these bad riders absolutely rendered useless. But counterattack again by Lin. And this Town Hall is definitely falling. Question is he going to try to defend his own expansion?
I guess at some point he must go for it. And we'll see. A lot of gyros, by the way. This army of Chaemiko looks like 70 supply, but not too sure if it's worth the 70 supply. Lin has some lumber problems now. Tower kicked, burrow kicked. He's supply stuck as well. And it feels like, well, he's giving it up. We're back to 1 base. After having 5 gold mines occupied, we're back to 1 base, 1 base.
Super interesting game, man. Largely thanks to Lin, who's playing this unusual, continuous run-by style. Avoiding almost any fight.
A player's forces are under attack.
TC split away from the army a little. Flirting with the Stormbolt right now. MK once again invisible. But rejoins with the Farseer. Stuck in a bit of a corner down here, but triple heal scroll for Lin. And here we go. This might be the big fight finally ensuing. TC with a speed scroll, looking for the good stomp. But this is the TC controlled for a long time. Speed scroll is about to wear off. No good stomps came out just yet, but the AM in big trouble. Stomp coming in. This could be the hero kill. Why didn't he TP out? Oh no! This was so obvious. He could see the stomp coming. But he didn't TP, and with that, the AM is dead. This was a nice dodge of the Stomp with that Invul Potion. Can the human army do it without the AM? That is the question now. MK, still decent mana left, but looks like Chaemiko wants to get over to the tavern, rebuy his first hero, clap again. but only level 2 clap, not level 3, not like the crazy TC. But dude, this breaker positioning is actually excellent.
Yeah.
Always
and
between the TC and the casters.
level 5 MK now, and every single Wind Rider is dead. The gyros took him out. Lin is down to 50 supply. And what can he fight on the ground? He doesn't have the necessary grunt numbers. They're all slowed. They're far behind. The TC doesn't do shit. The Mountain King is incredibly strong. He kind of needs the hero focus here, and that's exactly what he's aiming for. Mountain King has nothing for survivability. He's blocking himself a little bit. Lots of purges coming out for this as well. There we go. Does he have another stun? Invis, purge. And here comes the stun. Can't get out. Damage is enough. Double kill for Lin. Level 6 and 5. And Chain Lightning just got better. And without heroes, Chaemiko says it's not worth the fight and taps out 1-0 for Lin, 1-0 for Newbee.
Huh. What an interesting fight. Wind Rider's immediately taken out. AM dies super fast as well. But at the end of the day, it's all about hero kill, I guess.
Yeah, the Archmage had everything on him. And then he was dead. And then he couldn't get out. No TP. I mean, slow on the Orc army, but still, there was a lot of purge to come in. And if a Mountain King has no invul anymore, and also no TP, no staff, then he will die at some point. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Big mistake there, I guess, by Chaemiko was not having 2 invuls. But that's easier said than done. On this map, it can be really tough to get towards the middle to get the invuls. He was able to get some items sometimes with the MK, with Invis. But yeah, against Stomp plus Purge, it's so much hero chase and kill potential. You definitely need double invuls. But yeah, didn't have that there, and Lin gets the victory. But I'm really impressed with Lin's gameplay. For a long time, he wouldn't have had a chance to win a straight-up fight. He had to buy a lot of time, get economically ahead, continuously go for these run-bys. And this took quite a bit of finesse to get this game into that stage. And he managed to make it work.
Yeah. Really well done. Really well-controlled pace of the game. This is just showing what kind of a smart player Lin is, which he absolutely is. Thank you, Crotox, for the 2-month resub, making use of that September, I guess. Every sub 50% off, so go, make use of that. We are loading into map number 2. It's 1-0 for Newbee. Chaemiko wants the equalizer. Both clans, by the way, have lost their clan war to start this tournament. Especially for Newbee. That was a big disappointment. I mean, it was against Happy's team LF, but LF was not the favorite. The only favorite in this tournament was Newbee. And yeah, they join and they lose. So they are in a rough position. Winners most likely the weakest of all teams. But they can't
Arguably. Yeah.
Huh?
Arguably. Have the issue that they have 2 very strong players with Chaemiko and Sok, but the other 2 are certainly way weaker.
Yeah.
So gonna be tough to rely on them. Oh, dude. What are we seeing here?
Ooh.
Second map. Chaemiko's base, dude.
Yeah, no altar at the moment.
That's a good old Chaemiko special. This
it looks
is
like
99% Firelord Tower Rush.
Yeah. Does Lin expect this anymore? I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah, I've seen it like once, 2 months ago, but the last time before that, also an eternity away. This is what Chaemiko, disgustingly so, played for a long time in this matchup, every single game. So Chaemiko is super well practiced against this strat, and it requires a very specific counterplay. With a Blade Master, hard to deal with. A Farseer, though, is extremely strong against it, so this is kind of rolling the dice.
He got the 6. He got the 6. Okay, but wolves can be focused by lava spawns. They are pretty squishy. Huh. I mean,
it's a 2-burrow Farseer play, though.
Oh my god, it's the perfect counter.
That is the absolutely perfect counter. Oh, that's not looking good for Chaemiko.
If he now builds a shop as well, it's like GG. Chaemiko will see this build and nope.
Oh, that's a rough start, man. That's a rough start. Does Lin have the time for the lightning shield grip? I don't think he's gonna do it, right? If he did do it, he needed a shop. But he doesn't go for the shop. And that is perhaps the opening here for Chaemiko. It's gonna be hard to recover health for Lin, but he's gonna have 2 grunts out very, very quickly. Plus the Farseer, plus the Woofies.
Still love this word. I don't know, it gives me a chuckle every single time. Thank you for making my life better, Remo.
Oh, my pleasure.
So,
here we go.
Here we go. Can he burn the Woofies? Or will he get burned? We'll see about that. Militia making their way over. We have a lumber mill coming up. Good old Firelord Tower Rush.
And shop is coming up in the back. It is in fact Lin deciding not to tech, but take this very seriously now. And throw everything against this Firelord strat that he can.
So first wolf out pretty much immediately. Resummon, so more mana used. Oh, thank you, Herr Wusel, with the 10 gifted subs. Nice to have you here, man.
Thank you very much, Herr Wusel, indeed. But in this game, man, the first 2 towers were in range of the Burrow. Both got cancelled.
Ouch.
But he can set them up right away again. Lin is focusing on the Firelord, but he's out of mana now. He doesn't even do that much anymore. I feel like the better choice would be going for the peasants, and after that for the towers. He wants to get some experience as well, perhaps, with the hero kill. But we do have 3 lava spawn now. That is pretty good damage. More splitting.
He completely ignored them. I don't really like that. I mean, Lin is the best in defending tower rushes in mostly the history of Warcraft. But 4 lava spawns, that's quite some damage, even on level 1.
First tower is cancelled. That's important. That's going to buy him a lot of time. But the second tower is still coming up. Does Lin have the firepower to take that out?
6.
Questionable.
6 lava spawns.
They all have only very little duration left, though. So they're all going to expire soon. The Firelord may die here, but that might be... Yeah, he denies him. That's the best play. Because he's going to come back with full health then. And time has been bought for the first tower.
Here we go. It's online. Okay, here we go. Every single... Oh, almost every lava spawn expires. Pretty important to have this split. To have these 2 additional summons. So Lin can't do anything, I guess. But nothing of value is in range of the towers at the moment.
Oh, another tower in range of the Burrow, though. Again, this is a bit of a placement mistake by Chaemiko. The Burrow positioning, by the way, amazing by Lin. This also helps tremendously with dealing with this. So, the single guard tower that is up right now is only attacking the altar.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter, really.
Second tower up. Firelord won't take much time to be back. There we go. But yeah, what can he really do with it? He needs to leapfrog forward a little with the towers, but at the moment he has no resources to do so. Farseer level 2 now. Oh, hello, Chain Lightning. Does he want to invest the mana? I'm not sure. Finally, the Firelord is back in action. Oh, he didn't have the mana yet to summon the lava spawn. There we go.
But I don't know, man. Tier 2 is done. Now, Lin could go for Demolishers. The Burrow finishes perfectly in time. He isn't supply stuck either. Dude, Lin, he seems to be so in control.
Yeah, who am I to judge his focusing? At the end, or in the end, these 6 lava spawns didn't do much. It got 1 kill, I think. And that's it. Alright, what can he accomplish now with the towers in the back? All the footmen hurt. He has to go for an arcane tower already. And the lava spawn is only attacking the building, not the unit. So this won't split most likely.
First Demolisher comes out. Where does it come out? Important. And of course, Lin sets the rally point correctly as well. No mistakes, really, by Lin. Still in a bit of a bad position is this Demolisher, though, but it's going to make it to the back, and peons are there for the repair. This one will survive. Especially once we have 2 Demolishers, this is really hard to repair against. But the second one isn't in production just yet.
We have a 3rd tower up. 2 footmen.
Oh, Firelord.
Oh, surrounded. So sweet.
Oh, not surrounded.
No. But maybe he might have another shot at this.
Chain Lightning.
Not needed. Okay.
TP? What?
It's kind of weird, huh?
I guess you can TP heal up in the main again.
Is there a shop? A second one? Ah, he had the region scroll, so okay. He's using that on the way down. Another split. Can focus this Demolisher. Needs at least constant repair. Still no tier 2 hero for Lin.
And wait a minute. Did all the grunts die? All but one have fallen.
Wow.
This is not over yet,
When
actually.
and where did that happen? Second Demolisher out now. Firelord still hurt, but chop up. And soon to be 5 towers. Yes, in a big concave, but he's getting more and more targets. For example, the barracks.
But we do have 2 demolishers now. We are at this point now where it's really hard to repair against this. If the 2 towers focus the same target. Are they? The 2 demolishers, of course, I mean. I think he's starting to do it now. Yep, there we go. Look at the damage. Next demolisher is coming. And that barracks should have survived long enough as well. I really don't get why he's focusing on the altar.
Nah, he wasn't ranged. It was the only target, so I kind of understand that. Oh, the workers are hurt.
The barracks should have been much more beneficial.
Yeah, now, of course, yes.
Now he decides to go for the barracks, but he could have been putting all this damage all the time on the barracks previously.
Sweet.
Speed scroll to get the peons in position to repair. Oh my god, Lin.
And now we have 3 demos, and everything is so hurt for Chaemiko. They will just pop. Yeah. There was a tower defense called Splatter or something. Jesus.
God damn. There was a couple of sweet moves in there.
Yeah. Lin is, of course, undeniably the greatest Orc Mirror player of all time. But also in holding these tower defenses, man. He's just making no mistakes at all, ever.
That was absolutely beautiful. That was amazing, actually. First game, how he 20 minutes long looks for his opportunity to win the game patiently, and then the second game under pressure, kind of again keeps on holding on and playing pretty much perfectly, knowing all the right answers.
Great.
That is again Lin in top shape. I love seeing him like this.
Absolutely. 2-0 for Newbee. Great opening to this clan war in terms of games. We go into a little break, and then we have the 2-2 coming up. 1-0 and Lin versus Sok and Chaemiko. Make use of the September, as every sub is 50% off, and make use of the cheer boost, as every cheer gets increased by 10% by Twitch today, or this month. So see you after a little break. 2-2 time, ladies and gentlemen. Newbee took the lead 2-0 thanks to Lin. That was obviously a best of 2, as you just saw. Now we're going into a best of 3 in 2-2. And in the one-on-ones, you take 1 point per map. And in the best of 3s, it's a little different. You only get points if you win the entire best of 3. So whoever wins, with whatever score, takes the 2 points. Winners could equalize. Newbee could take the 4-0 lead. We are on Turtle Rock. It's 1-0 and Lin versus Chaemiko and Sok.
We have the winners players spawning on the top side as the double human combo, which is truly very rare to see. And 1-0 and Lin obviously playing as Orc and Undead. We saw them yesterday playing a little bit greedy against the inferior players, going with fast techs, skipping even a barracks. In case of Lin yesterday, but not going to be doing that here. Going to be playing it more straight up, and I imagine we'll be paying respect to Chaemiko and Sok, who both had good showings at the last WGL, making it to top 8. Both of them not beyond that point though. 1-0 did get to top 4, which was finally, for the first time in a while for him again, a decent showing at a big LAN tournament. And Lin, well, where did Lin end up again?
It's a good round of 8 against Happy.
Oh, no, wait.
No, he was eliminated.
He was in the group, in the beginning group with Happy.
Yeah.
And he didn't get out of the groups, right? Wasn't that how it was?
Sok took him out.
Yeah, Sok took him out, exactly. That was quite the upset. Correct.
Thank you, heute Sif, for the 6-1-3 sub. Gestern Sif, heute WC3, love it. It's so hard to translate, but yeah, thank you very much, man. We have Archmage Mountain King combo on this unusual double human for the Koreans. On the other side, we have again a Farseer. third time today by Lin, and for 1-0, of course, there's no other choice. But oh wait, actually, it's a Tetfiend build.
Alright, gonna be a little bit greedier with the early game with a faster tech here for 1-0, perhaps looking for harass first. If you play double human though, if you on tier 2 go AM, MK, Pally, Blood Mage, don't they all synergize really nicely?
Yeah, man.
You have Clap in the front line, you have the Holy Light, which is always nice, plus the Devotion Aura for everything, and you have Siphon, and late game perhaps even Flame Strike, and of course the AM with the Aura and the Water Elementals.
You could also go for, especially against the Undead, Banish, Stormbolt, Holy Light, the best nuke in the game. Mountain King trying to gear to creep up, but there's the harass. Immediately, Lin got a kill right there, preventing level 2 from this Archmage. And there's a little kill by 1-0 as well, so this is going nicely for Team Newbee so far.
Yeah, Sok here having a really annoying early game. Is Chaemiko gonna come over? Help out his ally? Looks like the answer is yes. Of course, on TR, that's pretty easy to do with the two bases so close to each other. It feels like we're seeing this more and more. This level 1 super aggro early game by one of the teams in the 2v2s.
Yeah, usually it's one player distracting and one player creeping.
A player's forces are under attack.
How was it in the past couple of days? Like a full tier 1 aggression by both players?
Yeah, we've seen that quite a bit. Usually from one of the teams. Like one of the teams is trying to creep and the other one is going super aggro with both heroes in level 1. Followed up by a quick tech, of course. 1-0 and Len both on the way to tier 2. So are Chaemiko and Sok, but much, much later actually. Well, that's a lot later.
They need a harass as well. Against both Undead and Orc, you can do a lot with Diving Footman and Water Elementals. But I guess Newbee is not giving them the time.
DK and Farseer are both here looking for some steals. Uses the coil. Gets the little trapper, but that's not that much experience stolen. So it's still level 2 for Chaemiko and Sok. And with that, the aura now, that's very nice. Plus the clap as well, which isn't that good right now. But if he reaches level 3, it will be very nice. See that the Farseer actually get the last hit there. That was really hard to do. Well done.
Dude, did the skeleton just get the last hit?
I'm not
I
sure.
had the vision on the Archmage, and I am so sure the skeleton got it, but
it was split 2 ways though. Hard to tell. Anyways, winners heroes are level 2 now, so that's pretty good. Newbee not quite there yet. The Farseer close to it. Ooh, also very low HP.
whoa, so close. He can't reach with another splash attack from the SWAT elemental though. Nice save by Lin, but hard to heal up now.
Let's get back to the main. Get some heal salves going. Oh, Stormbolt. Nice Fiend kill here. Yep, that one's trapped. Gonna go the way of winners. That's gonna be the best kill they find in the early game. And they're making great use right now of their level 2s, of their superior experience and spells. And the footies so early with Stormbolt support are also really good for surrounding, of course.
Yeah, they gotta be careful about that. That's for sure. Close to level 2 Farseer, tier 2 still not done for the human. Blacksmith a little late for Chaemiko, so rifles will appear later. Fighting for the next Ogre Magi.
It's always a nice feeling to have both sentry wards or watcher wards on Turtle Rock. Oh, Farseer stepping a little far forward. This could be the surround. Yep. Easy to execute for Chaemiko. The master of small army micro, and the Farseer doesn't TP out. Lets himself fall on level 1.
There wasn't anything else. Maybe he wants to chase further with the wolves, who might get a kill here. Should get a kill. Yeah, gets it here. In the fight, Sok got the item and the ward, but here comes 1-0's Lich. Interesting Nova position, only getting 1 guaranteed kill, and now the backup kill with the use of a little more mana. TC, gotta be careful with that creeping here, but takes up the spot. Getting close to level 2 here as well with Aura first. So we have double Aura on Newbee's side with Unholy and Endurance. That's a lot of movement speed. Radar Walker on Lin's side. Fiend stat used for 1-0 is of course going to destroy us then. And, oh, Mortar's Rifle for Chaemiko. And Mass Casters for Sok.
And they're actually doing what I was suggesting earlier. They have all 4 human heroes now, which on paper should work pretty well with each other. And if you think about it, this is probably the best race to make this work. Imagine, as Night Elf, you have a Demon Hunter, a Potom, a Keeper, and a Warden. How useless would that be on tier 2? Or as Undead, you have a DK Lich, Cryptlord, and Dreadlord? Or kind of the same with the 4 heroes. So yeah, this human combo actually makes a lot of sense on paper and also in practice in the game. MK also early level 3 for him, much tankiness to be found earlier with his inventory now is going to be a great frontline tank. Only thing missing here is level 2 for the Blood Mage and the Paladin, and then it seems like winners should be in a really strong position to look for a fight.
Yeah, the Newbee certainly has to wait for the tier 3. Second red spot goes to Newbee as well. Medallion of Courage and the Claws plus 12. Good damage boost, but that's about it. Winners here a little too late. Once the rune, of course, gets it. Is there any catch in the human army? Oh, of course, there's a Mountain King. But... okay, only 1 grunt. That should be fine.
Experience still a little bit missing here. Oh, the AM should soak up the experience by Sok. If he gave the experience just to the Pally and the Blood Mage, this would be level 2. But most importantly, it's going to be level 2 for the Paladin. And of course, as we know, Devotion Aura in 2v2 is insanely good.
Well, he gets it, but the Blood Mage doesn't get level 2.
He's close though.
Lich level 2 as well. More consumables for Newbee. Big mana potion, nice to have. TC misses the stun. Decent dodge by Chaemiko, takes him out with an end snare now, but the hunt is on for these mortars.
Speed scroll popped. And wants to get these 2 mortar teams, even if it costs him a TP. 3 mortar teams now, oh my god, how beautiful would it be to catch them off. But seems like he's only gonna be getting 1. Gets that mortar, and now it's probably time to TP. MK Stormbolt is cooling down. Not chasing. What? Kodo's in trouble though. Kodo is gonna die. Because 1-0 in the meantime, attacking Chaemiko's main, forcing now the TP back. 1-0, does he want to take this fight? He's thinking about it. Oh, Lich is ultra surrounded though. And Lich is dead. No coil ready for him, so the second hero dies. 1-0 really stubborn to stay in this, trying to fight. Not going to lose any more units as it seems. But the level 3 Lich lost is certainly a big one.
Yeah, that takes forever to get back. In the meantime, expansion for Sok, and super hard to engage into this. This choke is already hard to deal with when you're playing 1-on-1, but in 2-2, everything will block each other. No tier 3 for the Orc. 1-0 has arrived with most likely destroyers, but yeah, here's Siphon. That's a lot of mana, and Brilliance Aura and Siphon. Let's see how that goes. We have a Crypt Lord on 1-2-0 side, but where is Lin's army? It's really not that strong. Both at around 50. Chaemiko with Rifle in the back, good positioning. This Blood Mage is giving mana to the Mountain King, who claps, and clap is so good. Aiming for that Lich again, most likely needs some more. Good AoE damage though from 1-0.
Yeah, going surprisingly well here for Newbee. I thought the same as you, especially Lin's army looked rather underwhelming. But the tier 3 of the Undead once again looking to be pretty strong. But also the Pally is doing a lot of heavy lifting here with the aura, with the healing over and over, keeping his army alive. MK in the front, getting siphoned now, continuous support from the Blood Mage in the back. So many claps from this MK.
That's pretty much it, right? The Blood Mage is out of mana, needs to get some new ones, blocked by the Fiend. But that wasn't too much, it was just 30 mana points. And here comes another clap. Oh, it's so big. This Crypt Lord is definitely in trouble. There's more mana for coils, thanks to the big mana potion. No TP anymore. This is dangerous. Mountain King has another Stormbolt. Good block against the Crypt Lord by both heroes right here, but the coil arrives early. And now the Paladin is in a little bit of trouble. Big consumable use, big heal potion is gone with that, and completely dry as the DK.
Focus fires. Also dropping lower. Backstab now coming in from Lin from the back.
Oh.
And TC has a level 2 stomp. Got at least 1 out before starting to get siphoned. And now winners in a very bad position. They're going to retreat further down, back into a choke point here to get the breakers in front. And once again, siphon over and over. This MK really seems to be the hard carry.
Yeah, Sok has no TP.
Fall.
Sok can't get out. Chaemiko has a TP, but Sok doesn't. And that's definitely a problem. The Crypt Lord falls now. This choke is becoming better if he has a couple of breakers, which he does. Level 4 on the DK with another mana potion. This Blood Mage is completely dry. What can he do? TP out now. Sok bought more time. So it was Chaemiko without a TP? Yeah, Chaemiko without a TP, sorry.
Nice fight there. Both sides microing really well and trading pretty closely against each other. But now, as the dust settles, winners certainly with the worst end of this exchange. Chaemiko still only 40 supply. Raiders are chasing so fast with the aura. It's going to be one free rifle kill at least.
Does he want to engage again with his mass casters against Orc? No, dust is settling. No tier 3 on the human side. I think they don't need it. But here comes 1-0 attacking the peasants. This expansion has paid off. But for how much longer is this the case? No abominations, just fiends and destroyers. The orcs providing the front line. And gets an attack upgrade as well.
I thought maybe today we're going to see this tier 3 timing being countered by having a stronger tier 2 and then leveraging that advantage into something like an expansion. That is what happened here. But at the end of the day, again, it's the undead tier 3 punch, which just seemingly cannot be answered by tier 2 only. This has been kind of the story of the last couple of days of 2v2 here on our channel. And again, winners in a really tough spot now this game.
It's always hard to decide where to fight, though. If there's a backstab or an interception of some sorts, they can definitely have a great fight, especially with this MK carry. Crypt Lord is a little harder to kill with level 2 now. Lich is getting close to 4. And they have 3 auras with Endurance, Kodo, and Unholy. 2 auras on this side.
This is like a dream position right now for the Koreans. I'm surprised Newbee's going in here, but actually, Lin is coming from the other side. Trying to flank with the TC in front. Nice stomp. Getting good DPS out there. And the stun duration. Diving further into the back with the invul. Perfect usage of that invul. So much time being bought. Time that 1-0 is using to push forward. Destroying this front line of breakers so easily, as it seems. Another stomp from the TC as well. Winners stuck against the corner. Looks like they're starting to lose everything now. Militia Call coming in, but not doing much at all. Blood Mage in a dangerous position. Coil, Holy Light, may save him. We have the Nova following the Banish. That's almost the kill, but he actually survives with the heal potion just barely. That was a nice play, but is it good enough to get him back into this? I don't know. Seems like it's just too much stuff remaining for Newbee. Clap after clap coming in, but no follow-up damage against the Fiends.
Are they pushing back? These mortars were so protected. But yeah, the Fiends are definitely an issue. And now there's no mana on the Mountain King anymore. Winners can't really afford to lose this 2-on-2 in general. Good block against the Crypt Lord again. If they get a hero kill, that would be great. But using Clap instead of Bolt, there's a coil to save that.
This Blood Mage control is out of this world, by the way. Without that, this game would have been long over.
Yeah. Gotta be careful with the MK now. But yeah, he is such a great support in this fight. Constantly siphoning the right heroes. MK in an epicenter again. Fiend falls. Level 3 for the Blood Mage. You know what that means, Remo?
Yeah, look at this 6 transfer rate now of the Siphon. So good. MK has more claps. Wants to get in range here of the Fiends. Goes for the DK actually first. That one is half HP, getting siphoned as well, completely out of mana. Heal pot on the Mountain King keeps him safe. Or it may have been a Holy Light actually. Another clap! That was a big one. One Fiend dead, looking for more.
That Winners is still alive is a miracle, man. It's so crazy. The Paladin's gotta be careful. Mortar team out of position taken out as well. But they force 1-0 in a town portal. Survive and kind of have the edge now if they scout this expansion by Lin. Super smart play from the Korean org to go for an attack now. So Winners can scout. They can go for the shop, but I don't think they have time to go for the tail.
This is so super high level play that these two are showing. This Blood Mage control, that's what kept him in the game right there. Without that, this game is over already.
Remo sends aw. That's awesome. Thank you, Green Railroad, for the tier 1 sub, making use of the September. We love it. Thank you.
Nice little guerrilla plays here by Lin, sitting between the waypoints, trying to look for stragglers. But Winners now are coming in full force, and Lin trying to get away with the speed scroll. Will lose that Kodo. That can't be saved. And it's level 4 MK. That's a big deal as well.
Massive stomp on this Archmage. There's a TP, but is there Coil Nova maybe earlier? Whoa, this Impale. The Banish actually at the same time. Chain Lightning follows it up. Nova, where's the next heal? There is none. A little too late. Town Portal out before taking this fight 100%. Without heavy losses, but forces Chaemiko into a TP as well. So 2 losses in the end. More time for Newbee and their expansion. Both in the base of Sok, because he's the... Oh no, not the only one with the shop. Okay. Scout by Chaemiko in the north, but is there one in the south? They have to punch soon.
Here I was also starting to get pretty crazy here. TC's level 4, DK's almost level 5, Crypto level 3.
Wow.
Lich 4.5, Farseer almost level 4 as well.
Archmage close to 4, Mountain King just reached 4. But the second heroes only 3-3.
Oh yeah, AM4 is also going to be a big deal.
Yeah. So much more.
A town is under siege.
Supply-wise, 44 and 45. Or Lin with a lot of towers sitting at 50. 120 with 60. So small supply lead for Newbee. Destroyer scout this position. Bigger breaker line this time. Over the Crypt Lord. Everything is lining up for this Impale. Siphon might just be good enough. There's one Impale.
He's looking for the Stomp also. We have the stun coming in from him first. Crypt Lord still holding on to it. There we go towards the rifles in the back. Basically perfect. The heroes have to do it now for winners for Chaemiko and Sok. TC again, mana potion, the priest all low, we have the chain lightning follow, the banish focus on the Archmage, but he survives. But so much AoE from these insane heroes now of Newbee. Doesn't seem to be doable anymore, but we'll see how this goes. Destroyers in the air, trying to dispel in the middle of everything. MK in the front line, getting healed over and over, mostly out of mana, but now with the mana potion, the next clap is gonna hurt big time, and there it goes. But there's so much healing from these statues, from heal scrolls over and over. And the heroes are good for winners, but the army just doesn't seem to be cutting it anymore. MK, is he going to survive this? This is looking dicey. No, it's too much damage. Yeah. Can't heal against 2 armies laying into him despite all these items. And that seems to be Newbee now on the warpath, on the way to victory. Getting another hero kill, and that's the GG. And the 1-0.
Holy shit, in that last fight, did you see how perfectly timed the Banish Holy Light was on the Archmage? Surreal! So, great teamwork by winners, great game in general, but Newbee takes the win in the end with very good timings, especially by Lin. How much time he bought with that last attack was crazy good.
Yeah, that was just so well played in so many regards. Also, how they realized on tier 2 they're much weaker, so they were power creeping up the map, using a lot of mana, conceding map control as they had to, still getting as much benefit as they could from the map, and then finding their strength once again with tier 3. It almost seemed like tier 3 wouldn't quite be good enough, but once again, under tier 3, man, seems to be carrying these late games in 2v2 time and time again.
And then if you have Storm, Chain Lightning, Coil Nova, Impale, so much damage. There's nothing that supports like a Holy Light or a Banish or a Siphon or so. It's just damage. Damage. The way I played Diablo 3 is exactly how Newbee plays the 2-on-2. Sick.
Yeah. And for once, we saw the claps being like pretty good, but not insane. Not just owning a fight.
Exactly. And was there maybe... Do you need a follow-up? Do you need Blizzard earlier? It's hard to say. On level 2, there's also kind of a lot disabled with Stomp and Snare and Impale. I'm not too sure how to do it. Maybe you need a tier 3 on one of the humans? It's so hard to say, though. This was a world-class 2-on-2, and if one fight goes a little different, then a lot of stuff changes as well. So I hope we get this action in map 2 and then hopefully map 3 as well. Before we go into this game, thank you Torch Chief for the 2-month resub. Cool game, cool casting, cool dude, cool sub.
Thank you very much. Are we gonna see these quad human heroes once again by the time we reach tier 2, or is it gonna be more of a standard double AM now? If you don't go, if you don't go AM, it's really hard to creep here, right?
Yeah, you can always use mana to creep, I guess, with clap and stuff. It would be like, not only is the 4 human hero combo really great, but also imagine what you can do with 2 Mountain Kings. Well leveled. Big disable or big AoE, maybe followed up with Blizzard. Yeah. Here's the one.
But I think you need AM and Pally for the auras, right? And if you play double MK, can you play AM and Pally? Then you don't have Blood Mage. Like the Blood Mage was also, that's what kept them in the game for a long time.
Yeah, true. It's hard. It's really hard to decide. Like these human heroes are so good with each other.
But this really was beautiful team play, man. The siphons to the ally, the banishes on the ally, followed up by the holy lights and stuff. I hope we get a 3-map series here. Definitely winners have deserved already a 3-map match here. We
have a Farseer DK opening and a Mountain King Archmage opening. Tower in the base against the harass, at least in one base, which is the right one because Lin spawns closer to him. In the 2-2s, you are most likely not going for the Rock Golem creep. DK out, once again, late Fiends. But okay, Sok is going for the Rock Golem, but 1-0 sees it.
And it's going to be close by to harass. How do you feel about the Farseer choice over Blade Master, by the way, in 2v2?
I think in the early, he's great for the harass to force armies back to the base. In the late, he's great with the Chain Lightning. Oh, can he get the last hit? No. And the Blade Master, yes, it always feels cool when you get that big crits out and stuff, but the single target damage is not what decides 2-2s. Great surround, by the way, by Chaemiko, taking out the Grunt early. And the Shadow Priest was taken out as well, but the Grunt is definitely the better one. 1 kill for 1-0. And a second one as well. Tower's not up, he was too greedy. Rune Brace is awesome, though.
And that is the early game harass towards the lab. If the others is spawning close, that can always be painful, so tier 2 is certainly going to be quite late. Also, Chaemiko's peasants, quite a few were killed over by Lin with the wolves harassing. Wolves are still harassing, in fact, getting 1 more kill. Getting 2 more kills. Oh, almost 2 more kills. We'll get it.
This is again a late tech.
Yeah. And it's again this level 1 aggression, getting the fast tier 2 going, and slowing down the opponent's tech.
This is once again so well done by Newbee. Even though they most likely don't play too much 2-2, they just have the brains, I guess, to always know what's right. Yeah. This is so fascinating to see the coordination between the two.
Yeah, they're looking like one of the scariest 2v2 teams out at the moment, actually.
I feel like they have a lot of fun as well. Oh, surround, sweet Berlin.
They're just getting stuff done all over the map all the time.
Yeah.
There's never any time being wasted, and it seems like every play they make is the right one.
It's almost a little Dota-esque how they share the map and decide what to do at one point and what's important at that very stage of the game.
A player's forces are under attack.
Archmage being caught, wanted to creep in peace, but that's not going to happen. Mountain King almost surrounded. Damn, winners are in trouble.
Heavy abuse here on the human side. These early camps, which can be somewhat greedy to take, getting heavily punished. MK does get level 2 at least, but you want him on level 3 to be really strong. AM, look where he's creeping. He's so afraid. Going to the green camps across the map now. That means the remainder of the yellow ones will be conceded to Newbee. But Farseer is dropping very low. There's probably going to be a TP forced. Oh, summons the wolves and lets him die. It was level 1, right? Yeah. I guess that's a better play.
Definitely worth it. I mean, you don't want to feed the MK, but he just arrived on level 2. It's fine. Got a bigger mana, by the way. Now mercenaries to work with. We didn't have that on map number 1, so that could be a little change up. Tier 2 for the human, still not done. 1-0 is there with the slaughterhouse. Lin is there as well. Raider, Walker, Warmill.
Pit Lord second.
Oh! Oh! Okay.
The trolling begins. Or is it trolling? I mean, in 2v2, Cleave should always have great value.
Yep, and on this map, There's so many items to pimp him. And Howl is of course great as well until you have a lot of priests. Which doesn't seem to be the case.
Yeah.
It's a Mountain King second, by the way, for Sok. So they do play double MK.
But Chaemiko must play Paladin, right? I don't think you should play without Paladin at all. Just so much value from that hero.
So we won't see a Blood Mage then. Then it's hard to sustain the mana on the 2 MKs. So he needs a high level Archmage as well.
Yep.
And he's level 2 only, soon to be 3, but there won't be much time to creep anymore.
Trading continues here in the middle of the map. MK now with his level 3 is great for this kind of situation though. This is Chaemiko's time to shine. Make use of that Stormbolt, get kill after kill. And I think Newbee have to fall back here. Going for the DK kill right away. Don't know about that choice. That's just gonna force a TP.
Yeah, I think they want to buy time. They need to desperately need to creep.
Yeah, but they could have looked for the units instead and go for the Fiends, go for the Grunts, and with the Stormbolt they have the advantage here in the mid-game stages. But anyways, can resort now to more creeping if they want to. But with a big mana, perhaps Chaemiko just wants to keep on fighting.
Tier 3 on the way. He needs a Lich, of course, as well. That would mean no Crypt Lord, of course, no big disable AoE. But he got the TC for that, so I think it's fine. Leveling is so hard. Oh my. Throw the beast for 1-0.
If we have enough breakers that could be stolen, do we have breakers again? Oh, TC died.
Yep, this Mountain King just roaming and killing.
Yep, that's level 3 MK with a Stormbolt.
Oh my god, look at this Pit Lord. He's +9 already and has the cleave, but gotta be careful. That's quite some skeleton. Oh, that's his own skeletons actually. But the Howl doesn't do much damage on him. Has to single out Fiends without the TC here. Good coil by 1-0 and good micro, saving that Fiend into the back line. He has this big tank in front now, which they didn't have before, and he can definitely deal with the breakers for quite some time.
Yeah, with Spearlink, he's ridiculously tanky now, actually. Taking more damage, though, perhaps not quite tanky enough. DK waiting for the mana for the coil. One more Howl coming out. Pit Lord struggling heavily. Another Stormbolt coming in. That was a level 1 Stormbolt. Transferring an item, something, maybe a coil. What is there? 1-0. Still keeping the second hero alive. There is the coil, but that may have been the last one.
Magic micro by 1-0, and again the Howl of Terror hitting so much. And if he gets the cleave to work on these workers now, they will suffer hard. But okay, despite all of this, Newbee is forced back. Winners march forward, but for how long? Militia duration is over. They get another kill here. Lin down to 31. Spitlord gets level 3 though.
The Lich is out now, so we have the orb. But Lich level 3 always means that it's going to be having issues leveling. Usually you want to have him on level 3 quickly. That is a big power spike, but going to be hard to achieve that in this game. Good hold though by Newbee. Many others here would have crumbled in the middle, but they never do, as it seems.
A little more creeping maybe for 1-0, who's not going for a Lich yet. Ah, he's already there. Sorry about that. I'm an idiot. Thank you, Oni Chaneki, for the 7-month resub. Greetings from the Kuppel at Krefeld. From the cripple from Krefeld. Oh my god. Oh yeah, man. I remember you vividly. Super cool, dude. Greetings to you as well. It was nice to meet you there, even though we had super little time, unfortunately.
Ah, yeah, you were the guy on the crutches.
Yeah.
I remember.
I totally remember. I'm still a little sorry that we didn't have much more time to talk.
Pally level 2 now for Chaemiko. That is a very big deal. Wait a minute. Did he go Divine Shield? No way.
That's...
Doesn't have the aura. No, there we go. Okay, he was just waiting.
The
that
Pit Lord
aura is
cleaning this economy now. Needs a little bit more for level 2. Okay, but what can he do now with rifles? Okay, the Pitlord can't go for the backline. That's almost no damage on the rifles. Pitlord breaking through now, but it's still blocked by this one. Berserker taking out, but trades it for Destroyer. That's always good. Pitlord got level 3 for the level 2 cleave. Not enough nuke to take out a hero.
There was an okay distraction attack, but fairly costly for 1-0 as well there, dropping down back to 40. Was of course all designed to buy time for the expansion in the south, which is coming up for Lin. And Lin now, as the follow-up play to the first harass, going now for the next base attack into Chaemiko, forcing a TP again. And that's the good thing about Orc, can just speed scroll away and say goodbye.
Bleeding them dry at the moment are Newbee, but winners decide to go for an expansion in the middle of the two bases. Same goes for Newbee, expansion already 60% up for Lin. So all parties want to buy time, but there is a big backstab coming onto 1-0.
Look at this pit lord inventory though. That is like the dream. This is the ultimate pit lord, dude. Lich is much more vulnerable here in the front line, but will hold on. Howl of Terror coming in, good damage mitigation. Oh, these rifles are all so stacked up. This is so much damage from the pit lord. Lich though, as we said, he's going to be very vulnerable, levels up to level 2. Stormbolt follow-up, there's going to be a Holy Light as well. This is going to be close with the clap. Heal potion, just barely saves him against the coil in again. And that effectively means Chaemiko wasted a lot of firepower on this Lich, not getting the kill. And now the pit lord seems to be cleaning up. More right clicks, more cleave damage, Howl of Terror, making it a very easy fight as it seems. Chaemiko has to TP out on the left-hand side. We have Lin still fighting up against Sok. Here, it seems like the winner's player actually got the upper hand as Lin is forced to run back. TC, this is dangerous, but Stormbolt not available, not enough mana. And Lin can walk away.
Yeah, the absence of a Blood Mage is definitely noticeable. But we also have more scary situations for Newbee with a double disable. But okay, they go for a double expansion. Lin's Great Hall is finished, so is the Town Hall. And here we go again. 1-0 dropping into the base. So much damage. In 2-2, echo damage is okay. Oh my god, he's jumping right on top of him. Is that the right choice against this pit lord?
Yeah, this MK didn't even have mana. I think 1-0 could have decided to fight this, but says no. Says goodbye and goes back to the main. And again, we have the other attack. Typical Twisted Meadows.
Yeah.
With the 2v2 map turning into two 1v1 parts, basically.
But Sok is aware of this expansion now as well. Does he sniff out the bottom right expansion? Definitely looks like it. Lich is a little underwhelming in this game, actually. Archmage has Blizzard already. There's no disable in 1-0's army.
The heroes here, still very strong though. 1-0 close to level 4. DK now as well. AM still not level 4. As we said earlier, would have liked to see that. Lin, what's his levels looking like? Level 3 TC, level almost 3 Farseer, not that strong, honestly. And a Creep Jack again coming in. Chaemiko from the back, looking for some Raider kills with a Stormbolt, clap. Oh, that last second. That was very, very last second.
1-0 was playing with the thought of dropping to the base again, but now there's another target, and that's the expansion. And there we go.
Oh, man. So much action all over the place.
Oh, sick. Level 4 for the DK. Town Portal again. Like, Town Portal is everywhere. 1-0's expansion is exposed with this. He can't even TP there. It's definitely going to fall. And another Fiend loss.
Insta-gib with a bolt Holy Light. Just
yeah.
Instantly gone.
What's the sound?
Brah! Like German rappers. Brah! In the north again, we have Lin looking for the counterattack here, now being forced into engagement by Chaemiko. It's not that big of an army. MK and Pally are certainly strong, but only backed up by 5 rifles. Okay, now it's 6 rifles. Chain wave combo, good damage. Chaemiko needs a heal scroll, but he doesn't have a heal scroll. Now level 3 for the Farseer. What's he going for? Level 2 Wolves. Yep, there we go. Wolfie's now packing quite a punch. And seems like Sok is required here to help with this next shockwave coming in. Go damage, Chain Lightning follow-up. There was 2 more kills.
Lin is about to lose 2 units there as well, because he will be greeted with open arms by Sok. No! Just lets him pass! Ah! little mistake right there. I'm actually shocked we don't see Storm. Because there's no disable in the entire army of Newbee. So Blizzard is gonna rock. I mean, yeah, of course there's Raiders, but a limited amount, and double Stormbolt can take them out quickly. But how well these chain waves just work. And since there's no big fight anywhere, just the small ones everywhere, I think it's fine.
Yeah. For these run-bys against buildings, against peasants, Chainwave is amazing.
Absolutely.
And yeah, in the big 2v2 fights, the Stomp is also really good if you get into position. But that's not what Newbee's strategy seems to be this time around. Or maybe is that going to change now? Both Newbee players forming their armies here in the top side of the map. Uh-oh, if they collapse now on Chaemiko, this could be really scary. Sok is far away. Sok needs to join his ally right now. And the TP is coming in. Level 4 for the Mountain King already. That's a good level up. Blizzard to zone. And forcing 1-0 back. But again, that's another TP force. But probably 1-0 has to go for his own TP. That was pretty scary. And that's another thing about the double Mountain King. This is like permanent stun lock.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I meant when I theorized about playing double Mountain King. It's so good. It's so long, the stun. There should be mana all the time because of an Archmage. If you time it well. It's really, really good to have double Stormbolt. Of course you lag on other departments, but this is a key to victory that to take out heroes. Usually hero focus not too much of an influence in 2-on-2, but here I can definitely see that. Split push
creep drag now. Lin in a tough spot. He gets a level 4 on the TC. Item is still on the ground. Not a very good one anyways, though. And this is painful. Kodo's definitely going to fall. The Farseer isn't here. The Farseer had the TP. TPing out now. The Kodo is already lost. The Raiders... Oh, saves them barely.
1-0 takes out Sok space, though. There's not much damage, but it seems to be enough. Level 4 Pit Lord. Level 3 Lich now as well. Oh, he portaled to the Expo to have some time to heal up. So we do have a base trade. But the Burrows have reinforced defenses. We do get Blizzard, but Sok can't do anything to keep this keep up.
Alright, really interesting now. Full base race. Or is it? No. 1-0. Deciding to defend. TPing over to Lin's main. And now finally we're going to have the big 2v2 fight. TC and Pit Lord in the front line. Shockwave, honestly, pretty underwhelming. TC already getting focused heavily. The double Stormbolt, insane stun duration. He
saves him.
Barely gets off the invul after 6 seconds of stun.
This is how crazy tanky he is. Ring of Protection and Boots of Quel'Thalas did him a great favor, but that just delays the inevitable. But 3 Stormbolts ended up on this TC. In the meantime, the Pit Lord is doing whatever the F he wants with 7 armor. Heal scroll now. Might be a nuke on the Paladin possible. Chain Lightning comes in. Coil ends up on the Pit Lord. Look at the AoE against the Breakers. That's just sick. Heal scroll after heal scroll, but you can't beat this beast.
He's trying to split against the Pit Lord now, and now he's getting heavily focused as well, taking quite a bit of damage. Coil on cooldown. This could be the kill now. So much damage. Too much damage.
Oh!
Pit Lord is going to die, or is he?
No!
Is he? No! Last second Coil. Spirit Link after Spirit Link. They need to steal it, but now it's too much.
Oh
Stormbolt was there, but the damage is done. Or is it? The Breakers. Yes, they took a lot of DPS, but now actually taking them out the last few hit points. Not too easy. And Newbee have to retreat, and perhaps after all, they do have to give up this base.
Unbelievable. I mean, winners are mining from 2 bases only as well. In the meantime, 1-0 established another gold mine. That might be key to victory here, to have the Undead continuing to carry this. I would love to have a damage meter. How much this Pit Lord had to endure before he finally died.
Dealt and how much damage he
yes.
tanked.
Yes.
It was like the most out of any kind of unit.
The most. Breaks through the meter. Like. Okay, another attack. Double attack, actually. Where to defend now?
And I know there was no TP on Sok earlier, but he does have one now. And Chaemiko also has the TP. But who can deal with 1-0 by themselves? Like, if they both fight together, they're very strong. But individually, it's much harder for the Koreans, I wanted to say, for Chaemiko and Sok.
The echo damage is crazy. They do right now. Lin buying time here, but 1-0 is still mining from 2 bases. It's all good. The Expo is down. No doubt about that. Does he want to help Lin's expansion? I doubt it. He's just taking out this one. Must be a counter TP soon. There we go. Lin's Expo down as well. So we have 2 base versus 1. Supply check. Chaemiko 47. Sok at 46. Even the worker's getting killed here. So around 90. 38 for Lin only, but 71 for 120.
Yeah. Dude, Newbee, they're just playing this so smart. This reminds me of like
Grubby and
one
Happy.
book I read from this famous general, where it's like, you know, he willingly sacrifices parts of his army to buy time, and they allow sacrifices, always with the idea in mind that they're still going to be ahead in the grand scheme of things. So now, still with 2 mining bases versus 1, again forcing a TP. Can they fall back? Probably not. Now the 2 human armies are combined again, so now they're very strong. 1-0, and Lin, do they want to fight this?
Level 2-1. Rifleman doing a lot, and also tank a lot. Mountain King close to 5 right here. Question in chat, can Lin speak Chinese? Yes, his wife is Chinese and he's living in China. He speaks very well Mandarin.
And again, the counterattack. 1-0. That's of course also the big benefit here of late game Undead. Level 2 aura, so fast, so good at these run-by styles. Whereas the human force is much slower. Very strong when stationary and together, but much slower across the map.
He's trying to get this fast here, but it just doesn't work. He's countering the Mountain King now a little. And that's a lot of mana. Like, the Mountain King is completely out of mana. Combined attack against 1-0, but he still has his... Oh no, main is expired actually. I didn't even notice how long this game lasts. So backup expansion, bottom left, upper left, and they go for the keep of Chaemiko. No income for winners anymore.
And if this one falls, also that means they're going to be revealed in 2 minutes. Every building's going to be visible. In the middle of the map, it's actually a real fight here between Lin and Chaemiko. Lin, I don't think he can win this fight, can he? Nope. Has to go back.
I think the big thing here is to force the heal scroll already. Because that won't be in the fight. And now comes the Pit Lord. And you absolutely need a heal scroll for this boy.
Alright, so Sok again needs to come to the rescue. But first, Ensnares are flying. Looking for some free kills here to start off this perhaps final fight. Sok getting distracted, but finding free kills as well here on reinforcements. But dude, Chaemiko, he has suffered so hard, down to 34 supply. Lin, I guess the same at 33, but it's 1-0 at almost 70 here, who is still in a commanding position. 3-0 upgrades, by the way, on these ranged units for 1-0.
Chaemiko wanted to kill Lin's upcoming expansion, but the TC is there to help. Now the aura is missing, but he still has the unholy, so that's kind of fine. 1-0 versus Chaemiko now. To decide this, question mark?
There's so much stuff happening all the time, dude. It's crazy. But now again, perhaps a fight being forced. The 2 humans together. And gonna get 1 freebie here. It's gonna be a big collapse though. Lin on the left-hand side. 1-0 on the bottom.
Close to level 5 is the MK.
Oh yeah, very close.
4 heroes.
Sok's MK has the Stormbolt, doesn't quite have the range. Now he does on the Fiend. That should be another kill.
They don't have gold anymore. Whatever Winners is losing in these chases is gone for good. And with Coil Nova, you should be able to get some kills, right?
Nobody's got income. This is 0 income game now.
No, 1-0 as an expansion on the bottom left.
Oh, I didn't see that. Correct.
Shop is gone though. 63 supply for him, and they push into his base. It's all... Okay, it's a combined attack here. Hello, level 5. That might make a difference. Can they finally get more kills? More unit kills, more hero kills. Lin, do you have a TP? Yes, you do. He doesn't have... Oh, he does have pillage. He's trying to farm some gold. Oh,
winners are revealed.
Yep.
Newbee know where the buildings are. They don't have to fight. They just have to kill the buildings. There's no peasants. There's 0 peasants on the map, I believe. They can't make new buildings.
They have... 1-0 is buying so much time. It's only like 70 supply combined for the human. Of course, 4 heroes, that makes a big difference. But yeah, they're taking out all the buildings as it seems. He could also TP if things get too dicey. But not if he loses his DK. And he's blocked, but... Oh, dodges the bolt for the TP. Okay, he gives up his base, but that's totally fine. You called it.
Yeah, smart TP timing there. If he gets double sun blocked, he could lose everything right there. But yeah, there we go. These are the last couple of buildings in Chaemiko's main. The Raider and the Wolves are taking care of the buildings there, and now it's only the ones in Sok's main remaining.
And Lin has income as well, so they are back on 3 bases in a bit. Desperation by winners. They don't have the firepower. There's no mortars, right? So you can't win a base trade. 1-2 is expanding in the upper right as well, because why not? GG. 2-0 for Newbee, and that means 4-0 in the clan war. But man, 2-2s keep on giving this week.
Yeah, we didn't have the super insane level 8 TC or whatever, but this was one of the highest level 2v2s that I've ever seen. Both
pretty much
teams here played so well, so extremely well, adjusting to each other, seeing the right path to take and taking that and executing it well, especially Newbee, always knowing what to do. Really, really impressed with them.
And they will be playing in the Isilandon 2-2 Cup next this Sunday in the quarterfinals. If you want to see more 2-2 action, tune in then. We have Hainu and Ted versus No Way OC and his ally. Infi and TH will play Chaemiko and Sok. This is going to be great. 1-2-0 and Lin face Lin Guagua and Shao Kai. And in an all-Korean battle, we have Check and Lucifer versus LawLiet and so on Sunday. We have another one-on-one coming up, as you can see here. Next up is 1-2-0 versus Who. On paper, the most one-sided game we have. But yeah, winners have to catch up. We go into a little break, and then we'll be right back with Penguin Sky Cup Day 3, Newbee versus winners. It's 4-0 for Newbee. It doesn't look good for winners. They kind of have to win every single match from now on, even every single map. And the next game is a tough hill to climb because it's this one. 1-0 versus Who. We start on Concealed Hill.
Yeah, on the first Playday of the Penguin Sky Cup, Newbee seemed to be still a little bit, I don't know, in hibernation, still trying to get, you know, to the track in time, trying to get in shape. Didn't quite seem to be on point, but today, holy shit today, man. Everything's clicking, everything's working. Lin, so far, playing outstanding. 1-0 also playing very well. And now, this is on paper a sick outmatch, dude. Who, yes, he's back in the scene. We've seen him playing for a while, but he's like, what? A tier 3 player, maybe? And 1-0, he's up there, man. He's tier 1. This is going to be extremely hard for the Korean.
Yeah. I think it would be a big surprise if he takes one map. So he has to do something special because 1-0 will outmatch him in every single fight. On paper, he's just better with everything. So, Who, what do you do? Farseer, super fast tech before the hero pops out. This indicates Wyvern, of course, as we are used to seeing from Who. But everyone knows that now. And 1-0 saw that immediately with the Scouting Acolyte. So, what can he do with this?
1-0 here, beginning with a bit of creeping in the middle of the map, and Who gonna be looking for some harassment. Trying to perhaps get some Acolyte kills, but with the Narrow Tower done already, that's pretty unlikely. Yeah, 1-0 isn't just really good solidly, mechanically, he also seems to me always super cheese-proof. Like, whatever you try against him, that is a weird cheesy strat, normally he's got the perfect answers. And on top of that, he's also very imaginative and very experimental with his own strategies nowadays. Of course, against a Farseer early harass play, you probably don't want to play Dreadlord expansion, so he's not doing that here. And look how easy he's dealing with the Wolf harass as well. DK doesn't mind this at all. It's just creeping out on the map, and he's like, yeah, whatever. You have a level 1 Farseer and 2 Wolves. my Nerub Tower plus ghouls is easily enough to deal with that.
Especially this Nerub Tower. We saw him skipping that a couple of times in games, in the qualifier especially, where he was just so greedy. But how much... it makes it so easy to deal with the wolves. He, with his micro, it's child's play for him to save everything.
And since this is Ted Fiend build and we had the Scouting Acolyte, even if one Acolyte does die here, he still has a backup, so it's fine. This does cost a lot of lumber though, actually. These ghouls are off of lumber basically all the time, so this is going to be 1-0 very, very low lumber indeed once he hits your tier 2. Doesn't have a second ziggurat coming up either, so no kills really for who, but second ziggurat delayed for such a long time, lumber slowed down by so much. He did get something done.
And he's at tier 2. 1v3, waiting for the second one. We already have a lumber mill up. And all this with only a Farseer. There's no grunt at all, if I'm not mistaken. Second ziggurat might be taken out, so 1-0 is still supply stuck. Not only does he have no lumber for the tier 2 buildings and Lich and Tech, he can't even build new fiends.
Yeah, and this is actually really annoying now.
A player's forces are under attack.
Double beast 3. Wyvern coming. There's a big timer on whose tactic. But so far, he's preparing this really well.
Yeah, and he's not playing the TC, not playing the ultra late game, which usually involves a lot of creeping, but rather Shadow Hunter. So he may just want to be very aggressive with 2 Wind Riders, probably not with 2, maybe with 4 Wind Riders. Run in with the Speed Scrolls, with the Hex, and look for those Fiend kills one after the next. Especially if you can catch the Undead out in the middle of the map, that is going to be the dream scenario. And yeah, 1-0, there we go, he is tier 2. Can't make anything right now because of the previous wolf harass.
Okay, this looks pretty strong so far. Shadow Hunter, of course. Of course, he is cheesing. Okay, come with me. I got chocolate. Come to my van. Oops! And now he's gonna push him into that base. AI broken. This does take some time. It's a little time for 1-0 to recover. But if that's the Warsong Battle Drums... Oh, we go double Crypt at 1-0 side. For fast fiends, that's so smart.
Yeah, makes sense. With how much slowed down his fiend production is, he needs to get these numbers up. You need like at least 4 fiends against the mass Wind Rider play.
Oh, let's the Ogolot go! What, the block's good for now? Oh no. It's another Hex.
It's only the second one, right? That's okay. But yeah, it does take a while. So what's he gonna get? Aura is what he wants. And there we go. Ancient Django it is.
Okay. That's good. More movement speed and more attack speed. But tier 2 is done for 1-0 as well. Lich is out. Web will be there soon if he hasn't researched it already. And who still needs some time? How many Wyvern do you need for the critical mass? Like 6 to 7? 6, I would say.
Yeah, depends on the fiend numbers. Always depends on the fiend numbers. Like if there's enough fiends in the game, there's not even like an unbeatable amount of Wind Riders. Fiends are after all the hard corner.
Yeah, Web is done.
And 1-0 is marching across the map here with his 3 fiends at the moment. 4th one coming in soon. Who looking for the lab? Is it Zapper time perhaps? It's hitting daytime. Zappers become available. Zeppelin doesn't really make too much sense with him having only ranged units and flying units.
Nice reinforced defenses early. Who knows that this is the weakness of his build and his army? You don't want to be forced back. He's losing 1 peon, but that's fine. He's actually retreating. He's actually TPing. Okay. Is it enough, Wyvern? Nice Hex on 1. 1 gets webbed. There's a heal wave for now, but Coil as well. 1-0 not losing fiends early and can continue to web.
Oh, great splits. Splitting the fiends at max range away, keeping them alive as well with the Coil. Questionable choice by the Shadow Hunter to go Hex on the fiends and not on the DK. And with that, I don't think a single fiend has died.
Oh no!
As opposed to the Wind Riders.
Oh,
look at the long range Coil, saves that fiend as well.
God, he even dodges the Devour.
Oh my god.
This is excellence.
Yeah, and this is why this strat usually doesn't work against the best. Denies the Fiend with the Lich. LOLs!
Oh my god.
That's a sick level of outplay.
Oh, this is so good.
And this is what I always say with this strat. It's important not to rush tier 3. You don't need tier 3 against mass Wind Riders.
Yeah.
Tier 2 is easily enough. Even without statues here, actually. But it's working without statues because this is 1-2-0. Normally it would be harder. But yeah, 1-0 still making it work. Gets the hero kill there on the Shadow. Level 4 now for the DK. Everything's so fast with a level 2 aura. One more Fiend is gonna die, but so is the Kodo. We have who on 29 supply. Only wolves left now for him against a whole bunch of Fiends.
Dude, that
Holy
didn't
crap.
work. That did not work at all.
A player's forces are under attack.
Have you seen a pro match where one player got his ass kicked so bad?
Yeah, it's you know, when I play against mass Wind Riders, my games never look like that. But yeah, this is 1-2-0 we're talking about.
I'm in awe of this micro we've seen in whose base. Perfect. Yeah, 1-2-0 is not fooling around here today. Absolutely not. We have Slaughterhouse up. Tier 3 is missing, but alright, the only thing he would get is an orb, pretty much. And he wants to keep the Fiend numbers low, and that is absolutely working. Double web. Kodo eats something, but dies immediately. Damage is way too high. The second crypt.
Oh, dude.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, the second crypt here was not necessarily the game winner. Maybe he wins the game also without the second crypt. But again, super smart adjustment. We keep on seeing this today from Newbee. Always adjusting perfectly to the flow of the game. And yeah, I mean, it's 1-2-0, dude. You can't cheese him. You can't.
He's cheat. But what can you do if you're who? You know you're at best with the Farseer. You are the at best with Wyvern. And straight up, there's no chance. What can you do?
I don't know, dude. I think he has to take some risks. Creep red camps. Hope you don't get creep jacked. Go for early expansions, maybe. Hope you don't get scouted. It's a shitty position to be in, but I think he has to hope for some insane luck.
Yeah. The game went kind of well for him until the first attack, but yeah.
Until the first fight. Yeah, that's how it goes against those insane players.
I mean, yeah. Super rough. Super rough for him. Map number 2 is Northern Isles, and at the moment it's 5-0 for Newbee. As in these best of 2s, every map gives you a point. Could be a clean 6-0 before the last game of the day. Once again, a reminder, Twitch is on September, so if you're playing with the thought of subscribing to our channel, this is your month. Everything is 50% off, and if you're playing with the thought of cheering with Twitch bits, then it's good as well, because everything is boosted by 10%, so if you cheer 100, we get 110, and that helps us a lot to keep this channel busy and running, as it is for more than 5 years now. Sounds a little old, huh? But here we go.
Sounds like we've had a great 5 years here on Twitch, and
well,
so many
the
of
early
you.
years were a lot of cutting teeth.
But you know, it made us stronger.
That is correct.
WCA, that was quite the learning experience. I will never forget.
Even the early days when no live broadcasting was possible, man.
Like what tournament was that?
Zodiac Cups and stuff, because of, you know, that one guy who destroyed everything.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that was very annoying.
Yep.
Times have gotten better, and times will get even better with Reforged. I'm so excited, guys. I hope you are as well. Game's supposed to come out this year. I wonder how they're gonna do that, dude. BlizzCon's gonna be interesting.
They were working on a mobile port the entire year.
Wouldn't that be something?
Oh, tomorrow's gonna be a clip of me on Reddit again. Like the past 2 days. Nice. Yeah, we have this Farseer super fast tech again. Not switching gears or anything.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's the best thing to go for. It is your strat. This is what you're most practiced with, what you're most comfortable with.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still gonna be hard to make work. 120 is once again opting for the Tet Fiend build. Was creeping pretty effectively early game in the previous map, and it's gonna be doing that again. Neo, you know what the advanced technique for creeping this first Null Warden camp is? So you attack the Null Warden with a DK first, and then after 5 seconds you stop attacking with the skeletons, so the DK definitely gets purged again, and then skeletons go back in, so you make sure skeletons survive, and then you upgrade your DPS to the max.
Like, you fucker! You didn't even give me a split second. Of course I knew this. Of course I can explain this as well as you. You don't even give me a single second of space.
Hey, maybe it was a rhetorical question. The point was to bring it to our viewers. Nick.
That was very nice of you.
It's not about us. It's about you guys out there.
That was very nice of you.
So yeah, DK gets that camp, and with that, almost level 2. He's not going to be able to continue creeping to level 2 as quickly as he was on the previous map. But probably this is even better for him, because this now means his Ziggurat for 120 isn't going to be that delayed, as he can go for it in just a moment. And yeah, is adjusting here, is not sacrificing his main as much this game as it seems.
Do you buy time somehow if you skip reinforced defenses? And you can't go for more Wyvern earlier, right? I'm thinking about if you can cut even more corners, but I doubt it.
You could skip the War Mill, go triple B Siri, and get the first 6 Wyvern out quicker.
Yeah, right.
But it's not that much. It's like basically the same cost. Reinforced defense is a really good like just safety play.
Yeah, but you're not in for the safety. That's why you're rushing Wyvern. It's an all-in attack at tier 2.
The player's forces are under attack.
No, it can oftentimes be like tier 2, kill off 2 fiends, and then creep up from there, get back to 50 supply, storm in again, pick off more fiends, expand behind.
Yeah, I mean, in general, yes. Against 120?
Yeah, I think your best bet is make 120, give 120 the chance to be overconfident. How do you do that? Keep on trading with him, force out his mana, force DK to be low mana, and then look for a fight once that is the case. Because 120 being 120, much like Happy, he will oftentimes refuse to back up, even when he's out of mana. Maybe that would be the best strategy.
You're pretty dead right, man. That's I'd say it's 100% analysis of what you have to do and how 120 ticks. Continues to creep with 2 fiends. Do we have a second crypt? Yeah, we do have a second crypt again. So nice. He prevents level 3 somehow. But Wyvern's still quite a bit away. And here he can't find a great item like he did on CH.
Yeah, interesting to 120 to go 2 crypt even if he wasn't slowed down in his fiend production. As we can see here now, he has 3 fiends on tier 2. That is the norm. But I guess he wants to keep on making fiends, get the web as well, don't slow down production. But here comes the Shadow Hunter now. And with the Hex and perhaps Speed Scroll Chase, or DK not even investing the coil, realizes that fiend is lost, gives it up, and holds on to the TP.
Okay. Understandable, I guess, with double crypt, he will still have enough fiends. First Wyvern come out. What's the web status? There we go.
And so 1 fiend killed, DK not yet level 3. Oh, last hit, goes to the Orc. Item as well, Pendant of Energy, that's very nice.
That's really good for hexes. If you can hex a fiend, it will last for a while. There's no dispel. Less web, more damage. Thank you, Johnny SB, for the 9-month resub. Pock you! Pogge.
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 The way you want to play against these Wind Riders is always aggressively. It's really hard to creep with them if an opponent is nearby because of web, of course, which, still isn't ready.
Oh, was he out of range or did he cancel?
Wait, does he have web?
Yeah, web is finished, but I mean, he raised his arm already and the Shadow Hunter would have died. I think he just barely ran out of range.
Oh, wow. Lucky break right there. That's what you need sometimes. But this creep drag here, being scouted by a wolf. Level 2 now for the Shadow Hunter. It is 4 Wind Riders in the air already. And yeah, who has to fight? Throw the Beast. This is the perfect item.
Yeah.
With the Book of the Dead as well, but unfortunately not on the book. Wrong order right there, but still good fight opportunity here for Hoop. More hexes coming in, and this could be the overextension that we were waiting for here. 1-2-0 perhaps feeling a little bit too cocky. But he does trade 1 for 1, 1 Fiend for 1 Wind Rider, so that is an even exchange. Plus, it was 2 big consumables committed by Who. So this is still pretty good by 1-0. More hexes need to be coming. There's another one. Onto the Crypt Fiend. That one is lost as well. So, 2 Fiends for 1 Wind Rider, but also, of course, the consumables going in.
Okay, that means we are down to 4 Wyvern now. 46 supply. Lich's Herd is 1 coil remaining. No hex anymore. And lots of mana on this Farseer. You should pass this pendant, I guess. More focus. Chain Lightning Coil comes too late this time. He was willing to invest, but now the Lich. There's no coil for him anymore. But the Wyvern with the speed, even with the speed scroll, seemed to not be fast enough. Chakrams, web again. The skeleton, killing their own master, pretty much. And another field kill. Ooh.
All right, this is a good position now for Hoop, but it's not over yet. This is 1-2-0. You can never count him out. He's gonna get another Fiend though. Perhaps gonna be traded for 1 Wind Rider. Unbelievable that 1-2-0 just keeps on staying in this and just refuses to back down. DK. Kind of perfectly like I was talking about earlier. Like after you see Scroll of the Beast and the Book of the Dead used, usually it's double-click TP time.
Yep.
Not 1-2-0. Nope.
Definitely
He's in there.
GTFO moment, but ballsy as he is, but he can go for that. All the Fiends are dead. He's rebuying 2. Okay, this one is still alive, but pretty much limping on 1 leg. Thank you, eine Schraube, for the tier 1 sub. Making use of September. Good boy. Or girl. Or just a Schraube.
Thank you very much. Still no Slaughterhouse here for 1-2-0. Was just busy producing Fiends all the time. And this is starting to become an issue. He will need that recovery from statues sooner or later, but now map control is still with Who. He's still sitting at 50, and he knows how many Fiends he killed earlier. He's double level 3 heroes right now.
Yeah.
He is kind of low mana, but so is 1-2-0.
Who is switching? Going for Raiders now. And the first one is already there. Ensnare at 50%. The revenge for the webs.
Is 1-2-0 going to take the fight? What a question. Of course he is. So, in he goes. 1 Fiend getting taken out right away, but more are coming from the main. Remember the double crypt. And of course, kiting time and time again. Quite a few of these Wind Riders are webbed already, but we have Wolves now for good damage as well as those Raiders with the first Ensnare. There it is. It's a 2-for-2 trade, I believe. And a TP out. Wow. 1-2-0 actually TPing out. This is what surprises me the most here.
Okay, he has the advantage in tech and fights and levels. What to do with it now? Creep up even further? He has important levels already. Try to expand against it? It's hard, I think.
Oh, the sentry in the middle saw the shade. That's a really nice pick off there. Can't get tracked too easily. 1-2-3, he's forgetting about the 1 Fiend. It's like right next to his army, but he removed it out of his control group. There we go. Sees it now. Uh-oh, but this creep jack could be insane. There's so many low HP targets here on the Fiends. Hex coming in, Ensnare coming in, DK's out of mana. This is 2 easy kills right off the bat. Again, a good find for Who. And 1-2-0, he saw the army close by with the shade, and still, he was too greedy to stick around at the creep camp.
Absolutely. By the way, I love the 1 attack upgrade for the Wyvern. Making them way more powerful. You don't really need that many of them with upgrades because they do the necessary damage. Now we go tier 3, by the way. Okay, that's another way of dealing with this advantage. Investing the 2 minutes into tier 3 for Envenom Spears.
If you can get to tier 3 and Venom Spears, keep limiting these Fiend numbers, get another advantage, and then go Tiny Great Hall, this could be his way to win this game.
Yeah, exactly. Farseer might be a little low, but there's no Nova. And only one coil. And these Fiends are just melting. 2 volleys and dead. Depending on the damage rolls, but in general, I think it's 2 volleys, 1 kill.
One Wind Rider did die, though, and another one is extremely hurt. Will have to be microed away. The Shade again running into the sentry. He died here earlier, or rather, his buddy did.
Is it always a new one, or is it just one Shade coming back all the time?
Neo asking the real questions here today.
Get the second attack upgrade. Lining up with the Envenom Spears. Oh, it's gonna be so much damage. We have the Slaughterhouse now for a little bit of healing and mana rack.
The hard counter to Envenom Spears is Banshees with anti-magic, because that, for some weird reason, does block poison damage. But WC3 has been struggling so much this game, losing so many units, he didn't really have time to transition into tier 3 or anything, really. He's still only tier 2, no Banshee House, just Fiends and Statues, and the 2 heroes.
The average damage of a Wyvern now is, what is it, 46? That's so crazy. And creeping, of course, is the fastest. Oh, Coil's the wolf to get level 4. Sweet. So, Envenom Spears, not coming yet. Thought he Qs it immediately, but breaking upkeep rather.
The Shade here, super helpful. And yes, he's the big Wind Rider numbers. We do have a Temple of the Damned coming in now, by the way. Don't know if you saw the tier 3. Even without Envenom Spears, Banshees are still good against Wind Riders. Doesn't sound like it on paper, but as long as they get the curses off before they die, it's fine. Like, if you have 3 Banshees and everything gets cursed, if all of them die after, that's okay. They did their job.
Okay, Envenom Spears started. It's not the fastest upgrade in the world, but it's fine. He will stall some time and then fight. He gets a Kodo now as well, with upgraded drums. It's gonna be a pain. But 1-0 is having 7 Fiends now. Doesn't want to fight really before this upgrade is done.
A player's forces are under attack.
Going towards the red camp, this is where the 2 armies could meet. Even before that, actually, big supply lead now. Who would love to take a fight? And Venom Spears just finished. This is the perfect time to fight right now. And 1-0. Oh, did he not see him? Are you serious?
No way. He's scouting for him. The Sentry Ward is 1-0s. Okay.
Yeah, who popped 2 dusts trying to find the Shade, but didn't quite catch him.
1-0 at 50, having some extra income now due to not breaking upkeep. Who at 64, and he's actually going for the battle drums before the first Kodo is even out.
It's gonna be a really strong army. This is gonna be such insane focus fire.
It's a glass cannon build, though.
Yeah, it is. Ideally, with this, you would like to have TC second. This army, along with Stomp, in the super late game, is actually really, really scary.
And the Lich is already at plus 14. So he's gonna get the orb, it's gonna be plus 19.
He's still tier 2, though. Perhaps he's even gonna play this tier 2 only. Like, you don't really need that much bonus damage against the Wind Riders. Like, normally they die in 1 volley.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, look at this. How fast this Magnet Tower dies. Okay, Kodo's out.
Dude, I haven't seen this in a pro game in forever. Envenom Spears.
It's a 20% damage increase now.
That's pretty scary. That is pretty scary. But if we get to even supply and WC3 just spams Fiends and Banshees, that is the proper counter army. And he gets a nice Cutgas Pipe there as well. A great item.
Yeah, the best. For Undead, of course. Expansion by who? But he's a little greedy, not going for the tiny. But the speed scroll is used to get at least one pickup. Chain lightning saves every single one. Expo's been scouted. So how aggressive is 1-0 going to be? Who at the moment not spending anything. Of course you can try to set up the expansion like this and then go for the tiny Great Hall afterwards.
A player's forces are under
2 armor upgrades on the Fiends, by the way. Does help against the right clicks. Doesn't help against the Venom Spears, but I guess for that he's gonna have Banshees. A lot of Banshees queued. 4 or rather 5 Banshees. That's the magic spot. That should be anti-magic on everything.
More wise, just nothing else. Well, the Kodo, I guess. 1 Kodo, 1 Raider.
80 supply. Okay, who is at maximum pretty much? He's not really gonna be getting much stronger. Perhaps some more upgrades. I actually think armor upgrades would be a big help for his Windriders.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm just waiting for the 3rd attack upgrade. Like
going all damage!
Damage! Full glass cannon. 1-0 is just chilling in his base. There's nothing to creep anymore on this map. Marketplace had some interesting items like big mana and mana stone, but rather for 1-0.
1-0 is moving out already. He doesn't have all the Banshees yet. This is once again a little bold. Not really necessary. No, just gets the invul actually. Yeah. He knew where who was because of the shade still. Again, these shades have been doing a great job for 1-2-0.
Close to level 5 SH, by the way. It's just super close to 4. Okay. Hold or fold.
Oh, and he finally finds the shade with the dust, that pesky little scout.
And it's level 5.
Yep, exactly. But 1-2-0's got kind of the perfect army. He's got a whole bunch of Fiends.
0-2 upgrade, by the way. We didn't mention that, I guess.
Yeah.
So 0-2 and
he's missing is the orb.
Yeah, maybe a Pit Lord Hall of Terror would be great as well.
But alright, here we go. Speed scroll engagement. No anti-magic on the first Fiend. Slight mistake there by 1-0. Perhaps he was out of mana. Statues also not that greatly positioned. And this is a great start to the fight for who, but of course this is speed scroll as well. Kodo Beast, that would be the biggest kill that 1-0 can hope for. He gets that kill. Another kill as well, gives level 5, I believe, for the Farseer. So Invis Wolves now can come into play. Long range coil, saves that Fiend. Moving from target to target. The Windriders dying quickly once they're webbed, of course. Hex against the DK, preventing the next coil. And both players are losing units heavily. Down to less than 60 already are both. But more and more Windriders are falling. The lower the numbers become, usually the better it is for the undead. Statues, and even a Necro coming out now. That may be a misclick or not, I'm not quite sure. But 1-0 seems to be prevailing. The number of Windriders has greatly diminished, down to only 3 now. The anti-magic carrying this late game for 1-0. He was down by 10 supply, but yet he had the perfect counter army. And of course, with proper execution, 1-0 makes this work. Level 5 now on his Lich, as Who drops down to 36 supply only. He's gonna get a few more kills, gets this Fiend, may get the statue, but 1-2-0's heroes are so much stronger, especially with the backup of that pipe, which gives more and more mana over time. He's even seeing the wolves here thanks to the sentry ward. And now, as he wins this battle, can move on to the north, to the expansion, to take that out easily.
Yeah, there's nothing left. Who dropped about around 50 supply, even more. And there was just no sustain. Buying heal scrolls is kind of hard against a single target army, but maybe use the time and transition into Spirit Link or something? There was just no support, unfortunately. And yeah, this fight was only a numbers game. Nothing else. I mean, of course you need good focus fire and stuff, but who lost that numbers game? And this Farseer will die in a bit as well. He's fighting hard against this, but he's kind of blocking himself now as well. No nuke anymore for a little, but you see now how great this Katka's pipe in combination with statue is.
And Who made it kind of close, but this mass Windrider strat is only really good in the late game if you do have the TC in there. When you have Stomp and Aura added into this army, suddenly it is a late game threat. But without that, especially the Farseer, just doesn't carry as much weight as the undead heroes do. And of course, obviously, the Banshees and Fiends are the hard counter to the Wind Riders in the first place. So 1-0 seems to be now on his road to the 2-0. He was struggling hard in this game, honestly. It looked like he was about to lose it, but never count out the Necromancer. One last ditch attempt by Who here is coming in again. There's not too much anti-magic on these Fiends right now, actually, so it's going to be a lot of poison damage. Perhaps it's going to be another chance, but Coil's on point again. So many targets webbed, and Wind Riders will be dying quickly. Level 6 now on the DK. Is he going to go for the flashy ultimate? Probably not.
He did that before against Infi in the GCS finals, so I wouldn't be too surprised, but he doesn't have the mana at the moment. And what can he resurrect? I guess a couple of Fiends. And, yeah, whatever. Peons, maybe.
Nothing's taking damage, nothing's dying. Anti-magic everywhere, curse everywhere. The good old Banshee Fiend combo proving to be very strong again. As Remo the Prophet has foretold. GG! And the 2-0 for 1-0.
Still a clean sheet for Newbee. 6-0. Who put on a better fight than, I guess, especially on map 2, than we all thought. It wasn't these 2 5-minute games or anything that I was kind of afraid of, like Dreadlord double Ghoul Rush and finish him. No, Who played well, it just wasn't enough against 1-0. It's no shame in losing to the Necromancer, second best undead in the world. He made it look easy on game 1. In game 2, he was struggling a little.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, it's, you know, 1-0 has to be cocky at least once a series, you know, otherwise it's not 1-0. But all things considered, playing it really seriously, I was expecting a lot more weird Dreadlord early expo plays or something by 1-0. But no, playing super serious mode. I wonder, has perhaps Newbee had a word with his young star player and encouraged him to play a little bit more seriously?
I can definitely see that after the miserable first Playday for Newbee. They have to step up their game, and they definitely do. 6-0 for them. We have 1 game remaining, and that's a best of 3. So will winners get the points of honor, as they did last time against LP Club? Last time it was Chaemiko carrying the 2 points home in the best of 3 against Focus. Now it's Sok versus LawLiet. So 2 Koreans facing each other. Night Elf versus Human. Gonna be great, especially with these 2. It's always guaranteed fun, even though it's only about the golden pineapple here. We go into a little break, and then we're right back with Penguin Sky Cup Day 3. Make use of the September. Subs are 50% off. Cheers are increased by 10%. Go, 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 go! Show some love to your most beloved streamers. Must not be us, just anywhere in the world. Yeah. What a weird transition. See you in a bit. Game 4. It is 6-0 for Newbee. And yeah, Sok has to be the one gathering some points for the winners if they want to stay somehow relevant in this tournament. They lost the first clan war already with 2-6. This could be the same fate here. Newbee is on a path of redemption, and they are looking excellent so far. LawLiet in team games, always amazing. Can he do the first 8-0 in this tournament? He has a great win rate against Sok, so this could continue right away.
Yeah, winners, man. Not just this clan war is problematic for them, but also the previous one. Losing that one as well and only getting the 2 points there. They need to get something on the board. This clan war already lost, but, you know, at least get something in. So, a bit of pressure now on Sok, but he has been performing pretty well lately. This should be a nice and even game to our hands. Yuka, thank you very much for the €5 donation once again. Much appreciated. So, Demon Hunter first, by the way. There was a lot of debate recently. What is the best first hero nowadays for Night Elf? What is the best strategy? Even Moon has started to give up on the Keeper of the Grove. So it seems like that hero is old news. And yeah, we're going back to the Demon. Of course, LawLiet's favorite, as we all know, is the Warden. But really hard to make work on this map. I've actually never seen Warden once here. I have seen her on Northern Isles, but not once on Concealed. It's going to be the good old Demon, starting off with a quick level 2 and some nice items as well.
Oh yeah, lots of attack speed, good damage as well. Footman is harassing quite nicely. Some juggling with wisps in the main as Sok is continuing to creep. It's not the super early level 1 aggression. He's creeping up for the brilliance aura, which I think is the right thing to do. Oh, the Demon Hunter, what a steal!
Oh, and the Tome of Agility!
Steal, Tome of Agility, of course. And more pressure on this Archmage now. Great timing for the newbie player. And if he gets this Murloc, man, oh, no. Okay, that would have lost my mind right there. That's level 2 for the Archmage, finally.
Imagine how mentally defeated he already would have been. If every single last hit gets stolen and you're not level 2, that would have been complete disaster. But disaster somewhat averted. We have a tier 2 tech here, of course, by Sok. No early expansion. Is very rare to see on Concealed. Hard to make work indeed. And now, after a bit of a friendly greeting, both forces are once again parting ways. As we may see continued creeping. Not that easy to creep for LawLiet though, without an Ancient of War. Camps are pretty hard here on this map. But Sok, he himself, seems to want to go towards the Knight of Main here with his footies in tow. 5 footmen versus 3 archers. Seems good there. Even 6 footies now. But of course the Demon Hunter is the big X factor. With his level 2, now with the Boots of Speed as well. He's gonna be supposed to be the answer here against these footies.
Yep, looks good. Hunter's Hall might be one for Snipe, but Sok's not going for it, just going for archers. Am I the only one who think that that going for the tier 1.5 tech buildings is super effective?
He's doing it now. You're not the only one, Neil. Sok agrees, and he's gonna get that one. Yeah, there's no saving it. So it's gonna be the lore significantly delayed. Great pressure here by Sok, just with a couple of footies in the level 2 AM.
Yeah. It's not an overwhelming mass of footmen like a Romantic plays it, or sometimes TH plays it. It was just 5, and very well done. Bought a lot of time. His own blacksmith is a little late-ish, but it's fine. Can go for the Naga first, and then go into rifles. And he can get a very good amount of Rifleman before Dryad's out. LawLiet smartly built another Hunter's Hall in the bottom right while he was not really distracting, but soaking up damage in the upper left. The Hunter's Hall that he lost. So it's not going to be that late.
And with the 2 archer kills, I wonder, is that going to influence him now? Will that make him want to go for a rifle push on tier 2? These archer kills, they do matter. Double Naga it is. And Cold Arrow starting to come out. LawLiet up on the high ground. Doesn't want to take the fight here. Doesn't want to trade though. The footies now for the normal damage against the Demon Hunter, backed up by the Naga, are really good. So LawLiet's gonna fall back. Ancient of War is next to the lab. He would love to creep this, but he doesn't quite know if he's gonna perhaps be getting creep jacked.
Right. Sok creeping now for level 3. Takes out the pace a little of this game. Gives LawLiet the time to go for the second hero as well. And by wow, it's a 1 lore tier 3 tech.
That's kind of greedy. In line with, I guess, the Ogre creep. Wait, is he not too slow? Yeah, that was way too slow, LawLiet. Normally the master of creeping, but that was a little bit sloppy. Perhaps just the right clicks are gonna be good enough. Naga plus Demon, always a great combo. Block from the archers. Okay, he salvages this. He recovers the creep. Catgust pipe. Decent. But especially for the Demon Hunter, not going to be that helpful.
Nah, but for Dryads and for Bears, you can dispel a lot. You can roar a lot. You can redo a lot. And I don't know if that timing for Sok is right here. No rifles, no casters.
And if you don't have the Ancient of War to buffer in front to buy time against the rifle push, this can also be a problem. And Militia are on the way. Never mind. Militia are returning home. Change his mind.
A player's forces are under attack.
No shop yet for LawLiet, so still no staff. Still no level 3 demon. This is starting to become a problem. He could go for the merchant creep. That would be his level up, but he's gonna need some moon juice to recover. And moon juice is looking pretty dire, dude. It just turned daytime, and we don't have much juice left at all.
Oh. Okay, he's getting to the shop Can go for a heal scroll or in-wall or something on the Demon Hunter would be great. This level 3 is big for the stats and for the mana burn. But yeah, he's coming. Is there Militia this time? No, it's just norm. Oh, there are. Okay, going through the red spot. Could be intercepted, but I don't think he has time for that. Shop cancelled, and not even a depth upgrade is done at this point.
Well, I needs to buy time. Needs to buy a lot of time. Oh, if the Naga dies here, this would be a problem. TP trying to save the second hero behind the trees.
Oh, sweet. And now he has Reju, but no bear yet? Ah, there is one. But okay, siege is on. Tier 2 pressure by Sok. Tier 2 tower push. Good old Skies. No, not really Sky style, but... LawLiet is supply stuck as well. He will have Master Bears, but only 3.
Yeah, this is super hard to deal with. We've seen this over and over these last couple of months. If the Night Elf slightly falls behind, and losing archers is kind of falling behind, this packs quite the punch. LawLiet usually great at buying time, great at delaying, great at finally getting his tech out, but still no Master Bears. And the shop having been cancelled means he's never going to get this Orb of Venom. Mass AP's actually coming up towards the right hand side.
Yeah, 2 on the right hand side plus the shop. But yeah, all he can do is spend some money on items somehow. Demon Hunter is the Superman carry that he absolutely needs, getting rid of these footmen. But the bears can't really reach. The backline is attacked. Level 2 for the Naga is good. Towers have been cancelled. But this bear kind of left alone. I don't know. Wow, this hold.
Yeah.
This hold
it looks so scary, and suddenly...
Yeah.
So easy. How did
like,
this
seriously,
happen?
what happened?
I think it was just the demon with Reju. Like, it wasn't getting dispelled. He just tanked like crazy in the front line, taking out target after target. And APs are almost done now. Demon taking more damage. And you're right, actually. This pipe for the bears is super good. Always having the Reju, always able to transform. That bear might be falling. Nope, Moonwell, perhaps.
Oh, he's saving that.
Save it, though.
2 bears hurt. Only 1 left. He didn't rebuild Moonwell, so he has to work with what he has now. Shop is up. Naga diving a little too deep, maybe. AP's up and moving forward.
Oh, he uproots the APs. This is a dangerous couple of seconds where he doesn't have those to back him up. Demon towards the shop. Oh, he's so rich, actually.
Yeah, I mean,
Still
he can't spend
gold.
anything. 1 AP down, but that was worth it for the items.
Anti-magic here on the demon. He can't be controlled right now. This is when he's going to be his strongest. Looking for the chase down kill on the Naga, but she's got the boost. He's going to be fine. And the bears, we only have 2 left. The archers all died. Sok has a chance again in this game. Once again going for the Naga, but she gets away. AM getting focused next. Cold arrow out of mana, actually. The Naga can't go for it anymore. Demon Hunter, heal pot again.
He wants this hero so bad. He wants these heroes so bad. But there's no boots on the demon. Naga can control him from now on. There's mana. He's not using the ice orb. Needs to use the... Okay, it does so. But oh my god! She's just dying! And now he can chase for the Archmage as well! Oh, what a mistake!
AM's fast enough, though. Heroes can't quite catch up with this. But yeah, the Naga could have been saved. But Sok was busy attacking the AP in the main base. And that one is almost gone. This game is not over yet. Sok has a massive supply lead, actually. LawLiet needs to TP back to his main, I believe.
He has no gold.
Town is under siege.
He's waiting for it. Painful seconds.
Has the gold now.
And TP immediately. Can he jump on this human army? He's trying to. Needs to eat through the front line, which is pretty stable, with breakers who can steal the region now. And the riflemen who do tons of damage.
But only 1 sorceress. This slow on the Demon Hunter is about to wear off. And then there's no control anymore because the Naga still is in here. 3, 2, 1. And the slow is off. And this is a massive deal on this demon. Tower cancelled again. And LawLiet once more holds on in the back line. Demon Hunter far enough away from the breaker. Doesn't get the Reju stolen. Once again healing up.
Okay, Alta is down, but that doesn't do too much. 3 bears. We have no dryads here with just the bear rush. Naga's back. Was only level 2. More reinforcements. 35. Oh, he's supply stuck at 53.
Oh, Wisp detonate. Great mana burns against the priest, against the sorceress. And No slow. No control on these bears. How are you supposed to kite against this now? It's basically impossible. Finally, the Naga's coming back. She's got some cold arrows aiming for the Demon Hunter, but he's too tanky. Can't kill him. Close to 4 as well,
Yeah,
but
then...
bears might be falling. No staff here. Okay.
Seriously, he had so much gold, not going for staff. But he didn't have the Moonwells to back it up, so the bears would have died anyway. Maybe it's better to get fresh ones.
Arcane taken out. But slow starting to come in again. The Naga taking a lot of damage. She could be falling. He has no ultra anymore, but the Moonwell just barely in time, and the bear coming out for the reju. Who's he gonna reju though? The demon also so close to dying. The Moonwell! Last second, are you serious?
So good
This
by LawLiet.
is so close.
And the bears buying the time for the Demon Hunter to heal up at least a little bit. But will they pay with their lives? Looks like it, but big level ups. This level 2 evasion could turn this game around.
Yeah, absolutely.
20% dodge.
There's another bear here. He would love to get the reju from this, but can't quite manage to. Demon Hunter, decent health though again. And in we go. Limited amount of slow. Very limited amount of slow.
Trying to take out the Sorks immediately, but no control. Almost only melee. And the Moonwells are empty. He has money for a potion, but I'm not too sure if it's in stock. We do have a staff now, but immediately focus fire on that bear.
Diving into the back is dangerous though. These trees do hit pretty hard.
He's just laying siege to this base now. Towers up. But okay, one region. Stolen. Demon Hunter has to carry, there's no other chance.
Yeah. Still big supply lead for Sok. Peasants taken out. Farm cancelled. But LawLiet, he's supply stuck. He doesn't have any wisps out on the map to make Moonwells elsewhere.
With the sharp falls.
Oh, that's a big deal.
He got 1 round of potions. Anti-magic and heal potions. Can't be controlled with that anti-magic. Another bear falling. Only 3 remaining. And he cannot rebuild them.
And the Demon are running in, trying to go up against the AM, but that's not quite gonna work. Anti-magic forced right away, heal pot right after, but he's still hurt, he's still in danger. He's still getting somewhat controlled here just with the damage. Demon dropping extremely low. There's gonna be the staff ready for him last second, but the bears left behind can't be staffed. 1 dead, 2 dead, and Sok, man, he is having to work hard for this game, but it seems like he is in control now.
Yeah, this was a big tug of war, but he got the grip on his opponent now. GG! That is the first map for winners, and it is Sok who takes it. That doesn't necessarily mean that Newbee is losing points, as this is a best of 3, and only the winners get the 2 points. That was a rough map also for LawLiet's for LawLiet's playstyle. He texts me, can't win human, GG, 0-2.
Alright,
but yeah, great play by Sok. Good timings that he found there.
Yeah, and the 2 archer kills in the early game, those matter a lot. If this entire extended engagement, there's 2 archers more shooting every time, that quickly adds up to hundreds of damage. And yeah, LawLiet not quite able to keep them alive, but congrats to Sok, well done. All the props belong to him. With the 1-0 lead now, hoping to score at least some points for winners.
Okay. I got some messages here. Can you just continue for a second?
Echo Isles will be our second map, and it's about to begin in just a moment. Could be the 2-0 already, or LawLiet fighting back. This is, of course, as we know, a great Warden map. LawLiet, he is the master of the Warden. Is he going to play her here? But just because it's a good Warden map doesn't mean it's working out every time. Can be abused, can be hard countered, very aggressively as well. TH, the most notable player to do this, but Sok also known for his aggression every now and then. We'll see how this goes. The first Agent of War placement is going to tell us a lot about this game. Is it going to be greedy or not? No, it's not. It's going to be the safe Ancient of War at the green camp.
Wow.
So not taking any risks. And with that, most certainly not a Warden.
That's very surprising. Keeper then? or it could still be a Mass Huntress play with double Engine of War, with the second Engine of War somewhere else. Sok is totally expecting a Warden, scouting for the Merc camp.
Not getting rewarded, but can set up a scout farm here. I was like, GG, what?
Yeah. LawLiet is trolling a little. They're very good friends. They were living together for a long time. Those two together is, by the way, a blessing to witness. Both of them. Character-wise. Demon Hunter it is, so he's not fooling around.
Trying it again with the good old tried and true demon. Early level 3 demon is basically always what you want. Gives you a big power spike towards the mid game. Concealed, our first map, not easy to make that work. Here, Echo Isles, not easy either. Perhaps a little bit easier. You can creep the natural even without an Ancient of War. But yeah, the camps here are far apart from each other. Can't go for mercs. You have to produce archers, so the Ancient of War can't move for a long time. All means that this demon most likely will be stuck on level 2 for a long while. And Sok could make use of that, take advantage of that, with once again a tier 2 timing with the Naga.
Worked out nicely last time. Why not? Circle for the demon hunter to start things. Nice. Lots of vision for Sok on the map. And then he kind of knows I can creep this. There's not gonna be time for the demon hunter if he creeps as well to rush over and harass me with immolation or some weird stuff. We've seen immolation once this year, I guess, in the pro game. And that was won by Colorful.
The question is Sok gonna expand here or not?
Players' forces are under attack.
No wall off at all in the main, by the way. This we have seen being exploited before by demon hunters, thanks to the scout farms everywhere on the map. But it is a rare play nowadays.
Sweet saves by LawLiet just for this wisp. Morphing it into a building twice to not lose it.
And it does seem to be the expansion. Green camp into Expo here for Sok.
A player's forces are
And
under
this
attack.
probably isn't going to be scouted for quite a while. Demon Hunter still far away. He is now level 2 though. But no scout wisp anywhere close by. And that is kind of lackluster wisp placement.
Yeah, maybe he just know. I mean, they know each other inside out. Even in other matchups, they are playing together so much. Does he just know?
Oh, if the demon now goes into the main, this is going to be really annoying, actually. It's going to cost a lot of lumber if he has to use the militia here, which he certainly will.
He hasn't decided on mana burn yet. It could be immolation.
A player's forces
Oh,
There we go!
yeah, it is!
Second time this year. Maybe he saw it on Colorful, but there is no arcane. Oh my god, he's burning through this entire mana pool, maybe. But there's no way out except the TP. And nothing died yet, right? Oh, one unit died. Okay. So it's a lot of damage done, yep. But only one kill.
Could be a great chance for a follow-up attack, though.
Second kill as the mana burn was going through the TP.
They're all so hurt now, these peasants. Imagine another move in. But Sok will now want to wall off against this. Expansion was delayed with that. This cost a lot of lumber. Couldn't power build all the way through. But the TP is gone for the LawLiet. And no expansion behind that.
And that cost a lot of moon juice to heal the Demon Hunter back up. Hunter's Hall again a little late. Maybe going for a tier 2 push again. So this should be staff time.
Yeah, I'd love to see that as well. And there we go. And a circlet. He's trying to go in again. So important by Sok to wall off the main. If he doesn't wall off the main, he's gonna suffer critical damage. But he does do it in time.
Still no arcane. He can squeeze a wisp in and TP and portal on it.
But then he would lose the demon. He needs the staff to get out. And there's no getting into the space anymore.
That's right. That's so much lost time. So it's a Panda Demon Hunter attack on this expansion. These archers didn't do a single point of damage to Sok in this entire game, by the way. But okay. Arcane Tower is up. That's the most important thing for Sok. Immolation Breath of Fire, let's rock this. Runs out of range.
Ooh, it's still a lot of damage towards those peasants. Second breath is cooling down. He's gonna have it ready in a moment. And there we go. Oh boy! It's a lot of kills.
It's also a lot of footman kills, man. He's diminishing this army by a lot. But he builds him in. He traps him in with a farm. Oh, okay, now the water limit expires. So staff out, not enough damage. Panda's pretty much on his own.
It's again gonna be very expensive to heal this demon up. He does have the moon juice to get this done.
Yeah, but what about the panda? He's 0 mana, 1/4 HP.
And maybe you just should just deny him. Deny him to the creeps. Bless you.
Thank you.
So Demon is going to be reaching level 3 here. That's going to be a good level up for him. Probably going to be the mana burn then, being added into his skill set.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he will be with a low level mana burn for a long time.
Yeah, and will never have level 2 evasion this game.
Well, never say never, but very unlikely.
Unless he goes for Tome of Retraining or something weird. Oh, nice creep take by Sok again, finding these openings time and time again. Only going to be one archer actually. Oh, nice Shadow Melt. Saves her, in fact.
I mean, it's LawLiet on Echo Elves. Don't outrule the possibility of a level 8 hero, but not with Panda. Second that early, I guess. This time it's completely different build, by the way. Not rushing tier 3, not skipping Dryads. It's all out Dryads. So there's a timer again on LawLiet.
And I wonder, did Sok see this? If he sees this main, he knows, okay, I just need to hunker down. I just need to get up a couple of guard towers in each base. Power up to 70 supply behind that, rifle priests. And then this game should be his.
Defense is coming. He saw that definitely. Not building more towers at the moment. Lumber Mill is ready. Archmage is level 2, pretty tanky as well. Wisps are moving out as well.
One guard tower coming up for Sok at the expansion. Second one coming up as well. If these two finish, this is going to be extremely tough to break. Footies and AM for Sok now are supposed to buy time. And they're perfectly in position. Sok is playing this well.
Seriously, right? The army positioning, the Archmage is almost always safe. He's not losing too much. He's just losing the right amount to buy time for whatever he needs next. LawLiet's expansion is coming up now, so he's switching gears. This all in Dryad play is not really his, but he needs to own the map now for a long time.
Yeah, but that looks like a plan B expansion. It looked like he instead wants to go for that big burst, for that big break at the expo, but no. Towers were ready, footies were ready, AM was ready, Sok was just too prepared. So now he has to go for the other play. If Sok now can find and cancel this expo, this would be the best play he could hope for.
Yeah. Panda with a nice pendant, by the way. Blood Mage is coming for Sok. Could be risky, but I mean, what can a Mountain King really do against Mass Dryads? Not too much. Siphon on the Panda, gonna be good. Well, isn't that an invite?
He sees the expansion. There's the tree. This is gonna be a really important deal. And it's too much damage. Dude, Sok! With basically a perfect game. What the hell?
He got so much better compared to 12 months ago. We saw that at WGL already. Oh, hold up.
It should be enough. It should be enough. Oh, it was a kill. It wasn't even a cancel.
Oh,
ouch.
No. Oh, no. He lost pretty much everything for it. There is one footman left. There was high experience. Panda's level 3. But yeah, not canceling this. Rough. And now plan D, actually. It's still like now starting the tier 3 tag.
Go for the Tree of Life again. Sok has decent gold, but he can't like explode into 70 instantly. He needs a little bit more time. Water Elementals, free experience for the demon. Level 4 for him would be great. Great split up here with the Dryad and the Demon Hunter, actually. And the Panda keeps on creeping with the rest. LawLiet's not out of this yet.
Oh, I forgot to update the score. Sorry.
AM and Blood Mage here. Tiny army at the moment. This is the scary part for human. When they're not at 70 yet. When the Night Elf is basically tier 3 or close to it with those strong heroes. Map control now utterly with LawLiet. And tries to get an expansion up with that map control of his. Looking for pickoffs. The mortar teams will be the best ones that LawLiet can hope for. And Sok kind of needs to try to defend these. Protect these. Oh, there's an opening into the main. Is it immolation time again?
I think it's too expensive.
Has, like,
but he can
at all.
always dive to pick up units. Oh, is he actually going for it? There's an exit as well. So this mod team definitely died. But it took a long time. But okay, it's a double kill now. Absolutely worth it.
At level 4. Nice.
Yep, level 2 mana burn.
Panda level 4 as well. Oh, Sok, this looks like a bit of an ambitious move here. I thought he was going to move across, but no. Only going to the shop, gets a single heal scroll and invul.
This might be the one way for LawLiet to win this game. Like, these 3 units here, Demon Hunter 2...
Oh, nice. Could be 2 more pickoffs. Great usage of his Demon Hunter and Dryads.
Oh, not even getting one. And getting a Dryad. Sok's moving out with his army now. And Militia. What a save.
And yeah, he lost the Dryad here, but this also forced the human army to stay on his side of the map. Buying more time for the Tree of Life, which is almost mining. And LawLiet is now beginning to go into upkeep. Has finished tier 3. Does he have Master Bears? He does.
Cool game. This, I don't know, like this clan was already decided. But there's so much suspense in the air. Because everything can happen with these 2 players.
Yeah. And they're taking it really seriously. There's like no edge being given at all.
But how powerful is this Archmage Blood Mage combo? Late game.
If he gets level 2 Siphon against the Panda, can be really good. But it's level 1 Siphon, so he can't suck him dry that quickly. Water Elementals are pretty awful now as well. He kind of needs a Tome of Retraining.
Yeah. Panda gets more space, more experience.
And again, the Demon Hunter buying time. LawLiet, he's playing this really well. Looking for stragglers again on the outskirts, but it's dangerous to go in. Dryads take a lot of damage.
So much damage now in Sok's army. 3 mortars. Does he have upgrades? Yeah, 1-0.
Big invul pot. Found by the Panda. Could be really nice for the demon.
So, no Tome of Retraining, double heal scroll, and he's towering up from the south. 2 ivories to block and stuff. Demon Hunter sees it. This might ruin Sok's plans.
Everything's kind of hurt here for LawLiet. Making use of some rejues.
70
Bears out of mana. Demon staffing back. He needs the Orb of Venom. It's going to be a big upgrade for him.
He's short on gold.
Gets it now.
Okay. Sok does have the time to set up towers. A cannon tower even.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
He's not tier... Oh, he's going tier 3 for frag shards. LawLiet catching more reinforcements. That was the demise of TH a couple of times. Repair is not nearly enough, man. This expo is not gonna mine.
Yeah, too much damage.
Oh, taking hate with the fire was nice. We don't have to spell.
That's surprising. It is coming now. Adept training on the way. Probably going to be followed by Master right after. Inner Fire is an amazing buff, as we know. And the towers are going to finish.
Frag shards instantly. Frag shards, of course, apply to cannon towers now. Since one of the last
frag shards, Pally, Inner Fire, so many upgrades in the pipeline.
Yeah, and LawLiet's not getting much better. With items and upgrades, okay, but maybe Fairy Dragons, but that's about it. 4 mortars. So easy.
I sometimes forget that cannon towers have an average of 100 damage, actually.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty strong. Pretty powerful. Like, if Dryads get in range, poop. That's all they do.
A player's forces are under
2
attack.
upgrade coming.
This is like a nightmare position to crack. How are you supposed to dislodge this now as LawLiet?
It's impossible, right? Thank you, Yankee Gutslinger, for the 2-month resub.
At least LawLiet hasn't lost any units here. But he was
What can he
forced
do?
to
Like, the Sim
stop
City
mining.
is so good. Mass bears will take forever to break the bases. There's pretty much no surface to the main holes.
A town is under siege.
He keeps on looking for these stragglers. Dryads across the map, looking for some kills. But
Expo, by the way, killed in, or will be killed in seconds if he reaches. Had to uproot and run away, but...
he's very far forward though now, Sok. He's out in the open.
Yeah, but half of the army is in the main. There's no way LawLiet can fight.
Alright, base race. Panda staffing in. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. Arcane gonna be taken out, but Sok is gonna be TPing to his main, I would imagine, very soon. He does have a TP. Oh, no. He could just counterattack. He's got the mortars.
Yeah. It seems like an easy base race for him.
A town is under siege.
4 mortars, 2-0.
A player's forces are
This is how buildings melt. Yeah, lots of kills here for LawLiet. He has to take the fight soon. But it's 70 versus 80. It's great upgrades. It's great variety in this build as well.
Alright, TP home. Here we go. Sok, is he gonna take the fight or not is the question. TP is pretty aggressive, but the mortar volleys hitting good, but not quite too heavily onto the Dryads just yet. Panda did get level 5, by the way, but the slow plus siphon instantly on the Panda. The bears in the front.
Feels like there's a little lack of damage in the front line. He's trying to go for the Dryads, but LawLiet is dancing quite nicely. Shuts up this Blood Mage. Paladin is also quite hurt. He needs to kite. How well is this going? Oh, that was big. That was a big volley. And another one. Oh, it's not dancing time anymore. No, 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 no.
That was the heal scroll. That was the big one. And now the Panda is almost out of mana. Inner fire and everything as well. We do have 1 MG in here now. Siphon mana coming back in. Blood Mage close to level 3, by the way. But Sok is actually starting to dwindle in army size. He may have to TP out of this. Blood Mage still in trouble. Can't be Holy Lighted anymore. And Sok does have to fall back. Does have to TP. Looking for more mortar kills. Losing the mortar team instead. But Sok still at 70 after this. LawLiet at 61.
Pretty even. Still 2 base, 1 base. Human tier 3 should be superior to Night Elf tier 3. Except if there's some crazy stuff happening like Chimera Rooster, so which is absolutely not. And LawLiet is supply stuck. He could go for upgrades now with the resources, or he should save them. We have a mountain giant, okay. Neo, can I follow you on Spotify? For sure, man. Can you contact me on Discord or send me a message at Twitch? That would be nice, otherwise I'll forget that.
I thought after those TP out, this would have been the perfect time to kill it off the towers in the south and then maybe re-establish this expansion.
It's risky.
I mean,
If you
is
get
it though?
caught
Like,
there?
Socks across the map. This should have been enough time. But I guess his bears were slowed as well, so with that, it's not that easy. At the shop, double heal scrolls to the Archmage.
Yeah.
That is so important.
Yeah. Panda again, trying to disrupt mining and rise up to level 6. Ultimates could definitely save LawLiet.
Oh, this is really good staff usage. That's very nice.
town is under
And that is how you can abuse no MK. No cancel means you always get out with the staff.
Yeah. Triple kill again. That's halfway to level 6.
Bears are taking out the towers. Taking a lot of damage in the process, though.
Yeah, frag shards against bears is so good. But okay, no mining for a bit here. Everything is hurt. You can definitely go for a second one. 3,600 in the
forces are under
expansions.
attack.
And in the long run, LawLiet will have the bottom left.
This is a cool game, dude. This is quite entertaining.
Yeah, it's so nice when players know each other so well and counter each other's thoughts all the time.
Oh, the anti-magic on the Panda. That's so good now. He will be able to run into the front line, then he gets slowed, he pops the anti-magic, he can break out of the siphon as well. This could be a very, very useful item indeed. Demon Hunter very close to level 5.
And chances for the Earth, Storm, and Fire are pretty good. Oh, that would have been level 5, right? Close at least.
600 mana pool on the Panda. Alright, in we go. If the Hunter's Hall falls, that means no bears anymore, by the way, so this would be a big loss. LawLiet is going to try to engage in, and here we go. Anti-magic on the Panda right away. Breaks out of that first Siphon, but Dispel against the anti-magic as well, of course, coming in quickly. And repositioning by Sok, trying to get his more vulnerable targets to the back. And this Siphon now is doing quite a good job, but still only level 1 Siphon. We have Roar everywhere, can't get stolen. We don't have any breakers in this army, actually. The Bears taking out those Knights in the front line pretty easily, and LawLiet is fighting back this force once again. Level 3 now for the Blood Mage, but he's so hurt already. This is super dangerous. Has to give over the TP, and doesn't use it in time! A level 3 mana burn perhaps catches him off guard, and suddenly this army is left without a TP.
Ow! The frag shots though. Oh my god, the volleys. It's so insane. Can the hero save? He's super close to 6. Mana burn on the Stork, so he can... Oh my god. Big damage. That will be level 6. He needs one more kill, and then he got it, but has no mana anymore for the ult. Okay, the rifles will fall. The rifles must fall. Demon Hunter kind of low. He has an Invo Potion. Needs it very soon. The Blood Mage is back from the tavern. Siphons the Panda completely dry. War one fight. So close.
And there's so much Moon Juice. This is easily enough for the Panda ult. But the Demon Hunter also needs to drink. Okay, full mana Panda.
Okay. Earth, Storm, and Fire, here we go. But no bears anymore, except the Panda and the one he has. He is looking for the big ultimate. No, Drunken Haze. And Siphon. Breath and then ult. Yep, there we go. Okay, TP out immediately. How many exit kills can he get? 1. Staff out from the Pally. So nice. So much mana. And the ultimate used for nothing.
Yeah, perfectly played. Staying in there, continuing to force the engagement, forcing that ultimate, and then just TP out.
And the main gold mine has expired for LawLiet. No income for the Night Elf anymore. And this ultimate has such a long cooldown. Sok, though, only 1,800 in the mine.
I think the Panda should have gone towards the human main. Make use of the tele play again. Could have roasted some peasants.
So, things have changed quite a bit. Sok is the aggressor now. Sok needs to push. LawLiet has to hold on. But again, the items, the consumables, go to Sok.
How many heal scrolls can he get? He gets 1. He has 2 already. Yeah, okay, that's the 2. 2 heal scrolls. Is that enough against a level 6 Panda with 600 mana?
He's going to the human base now. But that might just not be the right time. Sok is already knocking on the door for the 2-0.
LawLiet sees it. He has to staff. He has to staff, right?
Ultimate is not even halfway done.
And this time we do have the level 3 Blood Mage. We do have the level 2 Paladin. These are big upgrades. Mass Wisps coming in for the Mass Detonate. Trying to drain the Blood Mage here perhaps with the mana burn. Suddenly he's actually almost out of mana. And of course Siphon does cost a bit of mana to start. Falling back. Sok's taking it careful.
Level 5.6 Demon Hunter. Let's not forget about Metamorphosis.
Are we gonna have double ults perhaps?
Superman and the Panda trio. Well, okay, Sok is coming in again. Banish on the Demon to prevent the damage. Okay, Dispel, Breath of Fire was nice, but Demon Hunter is completely dry. No mana burns anymore even. Holy Light on that Knight to save him. The Fairy Dragon's in a decent position, but maybe a little too far back. That Priest was out of position. LawLiet 47 against 88. Sok is in high upkeep.
And now the Demon's out of mana. He can't burn anymore, so it's going to be endless Siphons. Demon Hunter slowed now, getting attacked, perhaps in a bit of trouble himself. Panda, we need your ultimate. Without the ult, this is over.
Not ready. Not ready. And the mana is becoming short as well. LawLiet has to retreat, lick his wounds, but He has no gold for reinforcements, down to 10. Archmage close to 5 with the next kill. It's gonna be level 3 water elementals. Not too many dryads to dispel them. Knights down. But the mortar damage is just... He can't get rid of the mortars. Hello, level 5.
It seems like this army is too powerful. I don't think Sok lost anything here, actually. Still at 89 supply, and now the Tree of Eternity exposed to the mortar teams. That one will be falling so quickly. Even an MG actually gets taken out. He didn't have the time to go for resistance skin, so slow is lasting forever on them. Ultimate prevented with the Siphon.
Wow.
Never saw that before, and that's it. GG. 2-0 for Sok.
So well done, man. Sok getting the points of honor for winners who lose. Also, the second clan war 2-6 are now at 4 to 12 points. It was still a good clan war for Newbee. Same result as LP Club, though. I think they had the hope to catch up a little, but no. So Newbee now at 9 to 7 points, regaining the second spot in the league for now. But tomorrow is another day. Newbee has to play again. They are up against LP Club. This is going to be such a good clan war. We have again Lin 120 and LawLiet versus LP Club that is focus, that is romantic, that is colorful, and 14 sway. This clan war is going to be so good, and I'm not there. I have to work, but Remo is going to cover it for you.
Of course.
Of course. And of course the 2-2 there as well.
Yeah, looking forward to this as well. LP Club, man, they have managed to put together quite the strong ensemble, and meeting Newbee tomorrow. I wonder who's going to get on top and who's going to be seeded. Is it going to be colorful or 14 sway? I don't know.
That's the question right there. Yeah, for now, that's it. 3 hours of this clan war. It was a blast. It was a great clan war. Even though the result is pretty one-sided, the games were very nice to see. Lin still on fire. 120 showed insane micro. Sok played really nicely against 120, who again showed desperation against Duman. The other one or another Matt Morris curse was coming from Seoul. I heard them in my subconsciousness. So yeah, I'm going to work now. Remo, what's up on the plate for you?
Groceries, dinner, and nothing else.
Sounds good. I will be at Creepjack tomorrow. Florentine versus Honor of Bonjour. Gonna be fun. And we see each other on Friday. Remo is not gonna be there on Friday, but we got you covered until the rest of the week. Except Saturday, every day, 1 p.m. Saturday, we're here for you at 5 p.m. with W League Europe. Enter as a co-caster, Sonic versus Spiral, and Happy versus Hawk. So sick. If we get more information about the Shanghai Esports Masters, we're gonna tell it to you guys on our social media. So make sure you follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, be in our Discord. If you want to catch up with some games that you might have missed, make sure to follow us also on YouTube. And of course here on Twitch, it is, once again, September. Every sub is 50% off. Cheers get increased by 10% from Twitch's side. So make use of that for your favorite streamers. Support them in any way you can. You can support us that way. You can donate as well. You can buy our merchandise and use the Amazon referral links. All the information and all the necessary links are in the stream description. In case there's anything else, let us know. You can contact us always on Discord, always on Twitter. We try to be as close to the community as we possibly can. That being said, I'm off to work. And Remo, do you have any final words to our audience?
Guys, I wish you a very pleasant day indeed. And I'll see you again tomorrow.
Bye-bye.